Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Off the Glass podcast. Today, we have got episode number 37 for you all, and we're going to be giving y'all our early initial reactions, our takeaways from the first week of the NBA season. We've been waiting all off season for this moment, and it feels so good to have basketball back on every single day. I can always count on, as soon as it gets 6 o'clock, I could open up League Pass, can open up ESPN, TNT, whatever it's on, and I'm good for the next 4 or 5. I'm good basically every day for the until like June, until the finals is over again. We got basketball on basically every day, and this was an exciting first week. We had a lot of big performances. First 50 ball of the season was already dropped in a loss, which was crazy. But we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get the housekeeping out of the way as always. If you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Audio platforms, go ahead and drop a 5-star rating and pre-download the show. And then follow us on our social channels at Off the Glass Pod on Instagram and at Off the Glass Podcast on TikTok. Now, before we really get all the way into it, Dame, you did say and predict that your Lakers were going to go out and ruin the ring night for the Denver Nuggets. And AD was looking like he was trying to put something together there, 17 in the first half. And then he finished with 17 at the end of the game.
I said that. I don't remember. I could have. I don't know. It's all a blur in mine. I can't really remember. But nah, man, it's just Nuggets are so good, man. It's just so good. But if I'm being honest, though, yeah, we can't have a second half no show from AD, bro. We just
0 points is crazy. 0
after starting out with 17. I'm like, okay, AD was talking in the offseason. Like, oh yeah, we remember that. Me and Brown was talking. We've been in the weight room and we remember all the stuff that happened last year. It came out with 17. I'm like, oh, he's okay. MVP season AD is here. And then of course we get a disappearing act in the second half. And we just can't have that, bro. Honestly, at the end of the day, we can't have that, especially not against a good team like the Nuggets. Like, we got to be on our A game. So just it sucks though, because like Anthony Davis, honestly, especially for the regular season, in order to get like a really good record, he's gonna have to be our best player, and he just is not consistent enough for it. Like, there's no reason 100-year-old LeBron is still our best player. You know what I mean? On a minutes restriction, still our best player. So
crazy.
Yeah, that really pained me to see, man. Pained me to see the no show. But at the end of the day, the Nuggets are a really good team. They look just as good as they did last year. So yeah, it doesn't really surprise me that we lost. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. I got that as the top bullet point here. Nuggets look as dominant as ever. And the way we're going to go through this is we're really going to keep it pretty loose. Like, I think we're just going to kind of ping pong through, and we are going to hit all 30 teams. So don't be in the comments talking about, oh, you didn't talk about this team, this team. We're going to hit every single team. We might not have a lot to say about some of these teams because some people only played a couple games. Some teams are what we expected them to be, which is okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's some teams. Billy, tell me what happened, because it's some teams where I'm sorry, it doesn't interest me. I'm keeping it.
No, I really think the best way you can go about watching basketball throughout the season is you really got to pick what games you go on in the morning, look at what's on the slate for that night. All right, I'm about to watch this, and this, and that's what's getting my attention. And then everything else I'm going to catch up on the next day or later that night. Or if what I'm watching is a blowout and I see something, close, whatever, somebody going off, then I'll switch. But, hey, bro, when it's 11, 12 games on, I don't know how people can do it. Like, I think I can maybe do 2 at the same time, max.
Right.
But people that can do 4, I just feel like I'm missing too much. Like, I'm not catching everything I need to in any of them.
I'm about to say, if you're watching 4, you're watching none. Like, you can't.
That's how I feel. Anything. But people do it. Like, a lot of the people that other podcasters, analysts and stuff, they'll be watching like 4 games at a time. And it's like, that's okay if you just keeping up with the score. But if you actually try to see what's going on and, different sets, how people are performing, like, I cannot do that many at once. So you gotta try to divide it up. and
That,
conquer it the next day. Like there's no way you getting it all in one night. So
that's my
yeah,
thing. I like watching I like watching the game. Like I want to like if I'm watching the game, I'm watching for like players I like or just a team I like, and I'm actually watching the game. I don't just want to see people running back and forth.
right.
So
So as spotty as League Pass is, and a lot of times it's really just garbage because it don't work. I'd say probably half the time I'd be trying to use it. But the condensed versions, those little quick, whatever, 30-minute recaps, or they'll do the cut ups of every single possession. They come in way too clutch the next day. You wake up in the morning, getting ready for work, get you some coffee, and watch like 2 games, like whatever,
mhm.
while you working, whatever. So it's super convenient. So we're gonna get through all the teams. I have gone and at least watched some of all of these teams. I've got something to say. Might not be a ton, but we already kind of started going on. So I'm really open up the floor for you. Let's start with the Lakers, right? Who, again, like we said on opening night, weren't able to get it done against the Nuggets. Then had a game against the Suns, who were missing both Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. And LeBron and KD put on the show. First time they played together in was it like 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a
They
minute.
played
Yeah.
against each other. And then last night, them Kings, man, they went out there. De'Aaron Fox was really getting to the bucket at will. So Lakers now in the first 3 games of the season dropped to 1-2. So talk to me what you've seen so far from your Lakers, what you like, what you don't like. There's a lot of new additions to this roster. Some I think have looked really good from the get-go. Some I think I'm shocked that they don't look better. And
Right.
there's a couple of people that I don't know. Darvin Ham, you gotta start tweaking something because I've seen enough. I've seen enough out of some people.
Yeah, that's the main thing right now is really the rotations and everything. I just feel like we haven't. I mean, obviously it's the beginning of the season, right? So your lineups are not going to be the rotation not going to be perfect. Not everything's not going to be all set. But with that being said, some of the lineups are very, very questionable. Some of like the multi-guard lineups they have out there, and just some people just not getting enough minutes. Like I feel like Rui deserved more minutes. There's no reason
Mhm.
Rui should be having like 10, 12 minutes these games. I like the way or if I'm talking about strictly our new additions, I like Torian Prince. He's been playing well. Gabe Vincent has been, I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's how does these players be on the Heat? Like, what are they feeding them?
I don't get it, bro. Because if they leave the Heat, now they turn into the undrafted player that they originally were. I don't know. I think it was the Heat culture. I don't know. But honestly, the Heat culture and already the narrative people suck when they get to the Lakers, that just doesn't mix well. So like
It's
now
wild.
it just looks bad. And then we got D'Lo, who like his comments were good in the offseason, but still has his questionable moments, still has his like just bonehead
Bro,
moments. Still just
super questionable, bro, on both sides of the ball. Like
yeah. And I'm like,
weird stuff he's doing on offense. He be getting lost in some sets on defense. Like you got to get pulled from the game bad
yeah,
sometimes.
unplayable sometimes. So now it makes me a little bit more uneasy because the insurance that we had before with like, yo, we could just plug Gabe Vincent in the moments D'Lo's bugging.
Right.
I don't know anymore. So like that's a question mark. Obviously Anthony Davis being Anthony Davis, inconsistent sometimes on offense is always a question mark. And the fact that we have like 100-year-old LeBron still our best player, still having to seems like have to carry the load sometimes, even on the minutes restriction. It's like, bro, there's no reason literally the oldest player in the entire NBA like has to carry this contending team.
Right.
It's crazy to me. So we got to figure something out because at the end of the day, the way we're playing right now, and again, it's only 3 games in. We're not gonna beat the Nuggets. We're not gonna beat any of these top teams playing like this. So we gotta step it up. We gotta figure out some rotations. We gotta figure out which lineups work, which lineups don't. But definitely didn't lose faith. We still got plenty of time. We got a whole season. They just started.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm not worried. It's just a few things starting out that I'm a little concerned about.
Right. And like, let's preface all of this with like, this is our takeaways from the first week of an 82 game
Right.
season. This is not etched in
This
stone.
could mean
Like,
nothing. All of this can mean
right.
absolutely nothing next week.
We are giving you our thoughts and our analysis based on a like 2 or 3 game sample size. Right? So like,
Right.
do not take this that literally, but like, there is some initial trends you can make, and some of this stuff is going to hold up over the course of a season. Like, I do think Taurean Prince was a great pickup and signing when it happened, and he's played really, really well in the first 3 games
like
for
him a lot.
Lakers. He feels like the perfect plug and play guy that you want to put in a LeBron James led team. What does he do?
He's made some threes. I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. A
He
role player.
plays good defense, knows how to rotate for one another, is active on defense. And what does he do on the offensive side of the ball? Space the floor, shoot the 3. That's it. I don't need nothing more from you. And he's knocking them down. That first game, he was like,
he hit like
sparking it. Like,
yeah, did he like 4 or 5? So he hit a lot. He hit something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had a really good game.
He's shooting 45% from 3 again. This is only the first 3 games, but 45% on almost 7 attempts. Obviously, I expect that to dip a little bit, but bro, he can keep that above 40. That's a steal of a signing for Rob Pelinka. So I really like the Taurean Prince edition so far. But yeah, there's definitely, I've been saying it for years about when is the torch going to get passed, and it's feeling like maybe it just never will. Maybe that's just not a reality. And it's crazy to say, but like I understand LeBron was dealing with the foot injury towards the end of last season. So I know he's fresh now. It's like, bro, the bounce never is going. Like, it looks the same every time. It feels like you're just, and not even in a bad way. It's just logic. Like, bro, you're about to be 39. Like, at some point, the vertical to burst. Something's got to take
Father Time, where are you?
He's ripping it off the glass and dribbling past the whole team. When I think it was in the Suns game, right? He came off the screen and did a little and split through the blitz on off the pick and roll, bro.
At 39,
39 years of age, bro.
It's crazy.
Vince Carter was looking way different at this age.
Bro, it's people that was like 32, 33 that was looking cooked.
Right.
It's like, bro, he's 39 years old, still out here, still jumping out the gym, still doing everything. So,
and you wouldn't even say that this aspect of his game, like typically people that are that athletic, they have to change their game to be able to age gracefully, like someone like Vince. Like Vince, low key is one of the, I think he's top 10 3-pointers made. Yeah, quietly became a great floor spacing wing later in his career and was on a couple of good Western Conference teams because of that. So like LeBron just never had to do that. He just, why? When I still could jump in my head, could get above the rim at almost 40, bro.
It's still stronger than everybody, still faster than everybody.
It's still so crazy to see at his age. But let's pivot over to the team that they faced on opening night, which is the Denver Nuggets, who, again, as I said, you can see it here. They look as dominant as they did last season. They start their season out 3-0 with wins against the Lakers, the Grizzlies, and the Thunder. Jokic looks like Jokic of last year, and that's not to say that he hasn't improved. He just was the best player in basketball last year. He still looks like the best player in basketball now. He looks like probably the most unstoppable player. And I saw somebody say this on Twitter, and I hadn't fully thought about it this way, but it makes a lot of sense. Those years where they made the playoffs and they were missing a Jamal Murray or missing Michael Porter Jr., and he's out there with Campazzo and Will Barton, and it's like so much is on his shoulders. I really think that has prepared him for the moments in these games where Jokic can just take over a game from a scoring perspective, which is something that you really see pretty much all of the greats be able to do. And even some of the other top guys in this league, I mean, kind of looking at somebody like a Giannis, who you always feel like you need to play a closer with him. And not to say that guys like Jamal Murray can't close out games, but I feel significantly more comfortable with Jokic with the ball in his hands down the stretch, sub a minute in the game versus Giannis, because in that situation, I would much rather just have Dame have the ball in his hands, So I really feel like that has prepared him for those moments where tight game down the stretch, you need a bucket, like Jokic can find a way from multiple different options on the court to score inside, outside, from the perimeter, being a ball handler. Like he just is so dominant on the offensive side of that of the court. Already basically almost averaging a triple double, like 26, 13, and 8. So he's off to a great start to what has the potential to be another MVP caliber, at least, season for him, and what should be another dominant season for the Nuggets. Another person that I do want to also shout out, Peyton Watson. Again, we talked about when we did the Western Conference preview, like who's going to fill that Bruce Brown void that's now being left. We look to guys like Christian Braun or Peyton Watson potentially.
I got Reggie Jackson over there too.
Right.
Give him some scoring off the bench.
Exactly. But Peyton Watson, bro, I think the defense was expected early on. Super athletic. We saw it in flashes sometimes in the postseason last year. He's coming off the bench and giving you almost 10 on top of the defense. Like, so you can really play him for extended minutes. I wouldn't be shocked if he finishes out the season like right around 20 minutes per game. And like if he continues at that rate, that'll probably jump up in the postseason once you cut that rotation down. And he could be a guy that's playing 25, 28 minutes for this team come postseason time if he, is able to keep up the scoring output and keep that defensive intensity up. He's great as a weak side help rotation defender to come over, protect the rim. He has a couple of nasty blocks already this season. So really, really like what I've seen from him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That I've never fully thought about what you said about Jokic, but it makes a ton of sense about how like it prepared him to be able to take over games because you even seen it in you've seen it in full, like just full games, like even in the series last year against like the Suns, right? The games that no one else really had anything going, and Jokic is just like willing them to be in the game, had dropping 40, and it almost looks like he doesn't want to do it. Like he doesn't want to go out there and drop 40. It's like, nah, nobody else has it going. Like I can take over if need be.
Right.
But obviously they're better when he's facilitating, everyone else is getting involved, and he'd much rather have like 27, 10 and 10 than 40, 15 and 6. You know what I mean? Like he'd rather have a more balanced game. But yeah, no, it makes a ton of sense. Yeah, my main takeaway from the Nuggets is like we just said, like they don't look like the whole. I mean, I don't think no one was coming into the season was like they're not gonna win because they don't have Bruce Brown, but they don't look like it's gonna like affect them that much.
No,
it doesn't like it's really gonna affect them that much at all. They still look like the best, one of, if not the best team in basketball, and definitely the best team in the West right now. So that's really my main takeaway. Which is, yeah, it's kind of boring because it's like nothing changed, but it's like what do you want?
That's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. They're defending champs. They're supposed to play like that.
Exactly. So,
what team you want to bounce to next?
I want to talk about the Celtics. I want to go to the East a little bit because I was a guy who was always, as soon as the trade happened, was big on the Porzingis acquisition over there, and I love it. I'm gonna be honest, like just watching them play, like I absolutely love it. I feel like it gives them another scoring punch. It gives them even more rim protection. He can space the floor for them, and that's just another guy to where it's not the JB and JT show all the time. Like, I believe the first game, I think Porzingis had 28 something. I don't know. I just know he had a huge game in his first game. I think they had some stat that he was like one of the most points in like a Celtics debut. It was something crazy. I forgot exactly what the stat was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
had 30 and 8 with 4 blocks.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like he gives you 30, but he also gives you 4 blocks in the defensive end. He gives you length, pause, and just like added versatility, to the team. So they could just score in multiple different ways now. So I really like that acquisition for them.
No, I'm the same way. I like the acquisition. I don't know that I was expecting it to be this good, this quick. Like to come on your first game and drop 30, to be averaging basically 24, 8.5 rebounds, 2.5 blocks per game. Kristaps is shooting 46% from 3 right now. Again, they only played 2 games, so like extremely small sample size, but he's coming off of a season where he probably had one of his most efficient years back in Washington, in a role where he has significantly less responsibility now too. Like I would expect that efficiency to stay relatively high throughout the year. But I also can't not shout out Derek White. Like,
Facts.
bro, he's shooting 60% from three right now through their first two games.
The
He's
ultimate role
average.
player.
He's averaging more points than Jaylen Brown right now. Like, again, I don't expect that to stay the case, but that all goes back into just like what the ceiling is for this roster. Like, if on any given night you can get 30 out of JT, JB, Chris Stapps, I don't think it's crazy far-fetched to say Derek White could, I don't know, he just gets it going, could give you a 30
During
piece.
games?
Drew
Yeah.
Holiday could give you a 30 piece. That's the whole starting five.
I didn't even mention Drew. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they got so many different options now. It's so great, bro. So much versatility, so many different scoring punches from like so many different places. And then while all of the guys that you just mentioned are also good to great defenders.
Right.
So yeah,
Derek White right now, I think, has a case to be the best guard defender in the NBA.
he might be.
Like, it's him and Drew is so unfair. It's so unfair to watch, bro.
That's sick to think about, bro. Oh my god. Imagine being a point guard going up against that. They could, bro. That's just gross, man. It's so gross. So, yeah, they look really good though. Like I really like. I agree with you too. I didn't think it was gonna look this good this quick. I thought eventually they would look like how they look now, but I didn't think it was gonna like look this good this quick. Absolutely.
All right, a pretty big mix up to the starting lineup, like bringing Derek White in, bringing Derek White into the starting lineup, and then you're bringing in Porzingis and Drew to the team, both as starters. Like, it felt like there had to be some period to kind of get comfortable, but no, they just jumped out. The Knicks fought really hard in that first game. It was looking rough in the first half for them, but Boston closed it out. And then again, tight game against Miami, but Boston prevails in the end. Derek White almost has a 30 piece in that game. Like, the team just looks very, very well put together. Obviously, same question arises with the depth, but that ain't something we need to worry about for them right now. They got a long season to go, so they'll sort that out. Yeah, Celtics look real good. Celtics look real good right now. Let's pivot and talk about another 2-0 team out east. That's the Orlando Magic, who 30 piece the Rockets in their first game of the season. And I think a lot of people were expecting that to be a semi-close game, right? You got two young teams.
I thought it was.
They added some new young talent. The Rockets got some veterans in. It's like this is the year they got to start to push for a playing spot. I'm like, competitive game.
They get waxed.
Whoa, 30 pieces, crazy. And again, this front court duo of Paolo and Franz is going to be a problem for years to come, bro. And they're only going to continue to get better even throughout this season. Franz is already averaging 21 on the season. He just looks super, super comfortable on the court, really doing anything on the offensive end. He can handle the ball pretty effectively, can drive efficiently, can create his own shot a little bit. Can be a screener at times. Like, the two of them are going to be so good together as they both continue to grow and develop. Wendell Carter still is a great fit here with this team. Mo Wagner had a big game, I think, in that first game against Houston as well. And you still got guys like Suggs and Cole Anthony like coming off the bench. Markelle,
Yep.
like there's just, this is just a good young team who I think, again, has a real chance to push for a playing spot in the East this year, just because they got enough talent. Like, they're at a stage where it's not about just like super early development. Like, they've got it figured out to an extent. So I'm excited to watch a lot of Magic basketball this year because this team is going to be able to play fast. They're tall, lengthy, but like they've got big guys on the wings who are not, statues. They're athletic. They can get downhill. They can get in transition. They got explosive guard play. Guys like Cole Anthony coming in, being a punch off the bench. So I'm really excited for this Magic team and glad they got out to a 2-0 start again. They didn't play the greatest of comp, right? They played the Rockets. They played the Trailblazers, who we'll get to. And I got a little bit to say about our boy DeAndre, um, but yeah, good to see the start for the Magic, and they play. I think they play your Lakers tonight.
I'm definitely watching that game.
Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting game at least in terms of just watch. I don't know if it's gonna be close or not.
Oh yeah.
For your sake, I hope it's not because
Yeah.
better not.
Oh, I
I need
hope
to be
so.
able to beat teams like the Magic consistently.
Handedly, but yeah, honestly, it's funny though that you brought up the Magic because that was actually one of the teams I was gonna bring up, like either if not next, the one after, because that's one of the teams. I have I have a couple teams this year that I'm like I actively want to try to watch more of their games. Like I've watched some of their
Mhm.
games last year, but I actively want to try to watch more of their games. And the Magic was definitely one of them. And my main thing was pretty much everything you said. The fact that Franz looks so comfortable. Like, it looks so comfortable on the court, scoring on the offensive end, scoring the basketball. And the fact that the Magic are definitely one of the teams, like how we said when we were bringing up our Eastern Conference predictions, definitely one of the teams that are going to be like fighting for that play-in spot. Like, they're not just going to be they're young, they're in the lottery. Like, nah, this team is good. They are still young, but like you said, they have the length. They're athletic. They have the scoring. Like, they have the pieces to contend for a play-in spot. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the season goes on and see like who they're gonna be fighting with for those playing spots, and maybe they might be able to sneak in there. Like you never
Mhm.
know. So that's my main thing. And another thing is I just feel like they're gonna be a really fun team to just watch play basketball.
Yeah,
Like they just look like they're out there just having fun. Like I said, they are young, but they're young and talented, and it's super super fun to watch. So yeah, I'm excited.
for
Um,
sure.
Another team I did want to talk about. Let me see who did I want to? I mean, honestly, you want to just go to the Trailblazers?
We can do it. We can go to the Blazers now.
You want to just go
Uh,
straight there? Yeah.
yeah, and I'll keep it real simple, bro. Real simple. And I'm never just gonna get on people for no reason. Like at the end of the day, this is a livelihood. They play basketball. Like that's their job. But we've seen what was able to do for a brief period of time in Phoenix. When they made that finals run, he was 20-10, dominating, right? Like he got hype when he finally got out of there. He goes to Trailblazers. He's lit. He's happy. I'm thinking this is gonna be great, guys. My player in a Trailblazers jersey. Like it feels like the energy is better. Maybe he's back, motivated, cool, super low expectation for the roster. My guy is averaging 8 points, bro.
This is disgusting to look at,
8 points. Jabari Walker is averaging more points than him, bro.
bro. It's sick, bro. He's just not. He's just not. Not. He's not good. He's just not. He's not good. I don't know what else. I don't know what more to say.
Eight.
Because this is
How? And like, I can't even be like, I saw somebody say like they're not running plays for him, but it's like, who's running plays for a big if your name is not Jokic or Embiid,
I was
maybe
about-
Anthony Davis, and he don't even really get plays run for him as much as he gets a post touch and
right. I
like
was say they don't
has
run
the
plays for him.
right, like he get the freedom to do stuff,
right.
but it's like they're not. Nobody's running no play for Aiton. Screen, roll, rebound, put the ball back up.
Then the way I
Like
see it, if you're not getting plays run from you, that run for you as a big man, that means you're not good enough to get plays run for you as a big man. Like
exactly,
that's on you. You know what I mean?
exactly. So that look, I'm not pressed about Scoot Henderson shooting struggles and how he's played to start the season so far. Like I'm
He's a
not
rookie.
not I'm not that pressed. Right? Like I said, it's only the first 3 games of the season. Stuff is going to take time. Everything is going to you have to take with a grain of salt. Bro, DeAndre Ayton is, what is this? Got to be like year, what, 5, 6 for him now?
He came
Maybe
in
more.
wait, hold on. When did he come in?
This is 1, 2, 3,
He came in
4,
with
5.
Luka.
It's year 6. Year
Okay.
6. My guy, 8 points on a team with no expectations. Like, zero. Y'all are expected to be the worst, if not second, maybe third worst team in the Western Conference, bro. There's
Yeah.
no reason for you to be averaging 8 points.
You're supposed to go here and like have the free range to put up good numbers. Like you said, no pressure to win. Like this was like we said it when they made the trade. Like, okay, this could be good for Aiden. This could be where he really finds himself. in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, again, it's still early. All of this can change literally next week. We never
I
know.
hope it does. I really do. I really
Yeah.
do. Because I think I said it when they made the trade. I think this was a great move for them, bro. You just got a former number 1 overall pick who you know has the talent to give you 20 and 10 easily, bro.
Hmm.
Easily. He gotta find it. He's gotta find it because 8 points to your first 3 games in a new set like that is not okay. And it's not even like the looks aren't there, bro. I'm watching him drop passes in the pick and roll. Come on now.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that, bro. Can't be doing that.
Yeah. Hopefully it pays off for him now, for his sake.
Yeah. And get well soon to Anthony Simons. I think he tore something in his elbow. So he's gonna be out for like 4 to 6 weeks. So
Damn.
it's gonna be rough go for the Blazers from definitely a scoring and winning perspective. The team's not gonna win a lot of games, but I need
They're
to
go-
see better. Need to see better from Ayton.
they're going to be bad. This
Yeah.
team is going to be very, very bad. But I mean, they're in a rebuild, so they kind of want to be bad right now.
Right. That is what it is. Um, I want to pivot back to the West for a little bit and talk about the Rockets just briefly. Started out the season 0-3. Um, they were in a tight game with the Warriors last night, which I was watching, and Steph Curry just was like, "All right, I guess I have to play basketball finally," and turned up in the last half of the fourth quarter. Um, that clip of Dylan Brooks was filthy.
That's hilarious.
Which
That
is
shit was
tough
hilarious.
because Dylan Brooks was fighting the whole game, playing as good as defense as you could on the
He's the
perimeter on
best
Steph.
defender in the world, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
He's literally the best defender in the world. Like you know what I mean? The accolades prove it.
But no, really, like he was playing good defense. It's just Steph was doing Steph things, and that's tough when you get yanked and caught in the air on a ball fake in the same play. Um, But this is what I have to say on the Rockets. I'm going to try to keep these brief so we can move through all these teams and this don't turn into a 3-hour episode. But I think it's clear that everyone on the Rockets knows, including Ime, Şengün is the best player on this team. Cool. They're using him properly. I see him getting used as a hub. Well, he's getting the ball in the post. People are backdoor come for him. He's able to use his footwork to get to advantageous spots, spin off of people, drop step, whatever he needs to do to get to the rim. Looks great. I need Jalen Green and Jabari Smith to see that and get with that wave as well. Because the both of them at times watching this game and watching, the condensed versions of some of the other Rockets games and that game against the Spurs, they take shots, especially Jalen Green, take shots that you would see guys like KD or D Book or
Stars.
Jason Tatum, like superstar shot diet, superstar shot selection, Luka type shot selection for no reason. Like one of the biggest plays that stuck out for me last night, bro. The Rockets took the lead back in the fourth quarter for the first time after they was down from like the halfway through the first quarter. They come down. Fred shoots a 3 in transition, which I was like, I don't think that's a great shot. Could have no reason to shoot that fast. It was an open look, not too pressed on it. Next possession, they come down. They shoot it, misses. Jayshawn Tate, who was scrapping all night, gets a rebound, kicks it back out to Jalen Green for a reset. But the whole team is just trying to get back into a set, new shot clock. Bro, Jalen Green just shoots it from like 4 feet behind the 3-point line and bricks it. When y'all just have all this momentum swing your way, you just got the lead back in the game, and then Steph goes on the tear that he goes on. And it's just like shots like that are unnecessary, especially when, bro, right now you're not the best player on this team. And that's not any shade or disrespect to him. Şengün really does just have a better feel for the game right now. You could see even late down the stretch when he would get a chance to get the ball, he's taking it into the post. He's trying to find good looks. People are cutting for him. It looks cohesive. It's not just this ISO ball, superstar shot. Even late in the game, Jabari Smith shot a fadeaway on Steph. If you don't go to the rack, like you're backing him down, and you take a turnaround, so the both of them, I just play off of Şengün, please. This team will be so much more cohesive. Dylan Brooks is playing great defense. He's actually shooting the ball really efficiently to start the year. He's shooting like 58% from three. So like I don't know how sustainable that is. We just know how he shoots historically, but you know, the two of them, I think they can figure it out how to play with Şengün. He may can get this roster in a good spot, but it's tough. It's tough. They're still young. So I don't know if they'll be able to make the play-in. It's just tough with a young roster, even with as good of a coach as Ime is. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, unfortunately, as much as I really like the Rockets team, I didn't get to watch much of their games yet. I've watched bits and pieces of the Spurs game. I unfortunately didn't get to watch the Warriors game, even though I really wanted to. But from the little bits that I've seen, it's pretty much the same thing. They still have that last year of
It
weeks.
turned into AAU real quick. Like, come
Yeah,
on, we
exactly.
got to stop this.
We still got that AAU mentality, and it's like they really just need to figure out what their identity is and how they want to play, which should be through Şengün.
Right.
But it's really just Ime getting those guys all on board and all on the same page, because we've talked about it the whole offseason, how they have a good enough roster to be obviously not like great, but they can win some games. Like they can be fine and they can look good playing basketball. It's just a matter of them all buying in and all playing the same exact way. And yeah, it just comes down to, can Ime get mainly those two guys, but just the whole team in general, to buy into that whole play style. And I think it's still possible, like,
No, it definitely is. Everything is still possible at this point in the season.
Yeah, for sure. So, but it really just comes down to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, but that again, the Rockets definitely one of the teams I want to watch more moving forward, because I need to. I hope it does work out to where they buy in, because that the team is so fun. It's so fun, and if they all play in the right way, it could be even more fun to watch.
No, definitely. And hey, I know it's gonna be tough, but Cam Whitmore got to get some more minutes, bro. He only played in one game. Like, come on, Ime.
He didn't play last game.
He's only played in one of the three. He only played 10 minutes in that game. I know it's gonna be tough behind guys like Dylan and Jay Sean, and Jeff Green. Like, I get it. There's a log jam there in the front court, but come on, bro. Cam is like that. This is not a contending team, no matter how you want to slice it and dice it. Like, there's just no shot. So it's not going to hurt to you got to give the guy some minutes. Let him and the men get decent minutes throughout the year, because there's going to come a point in a couple of years where you're going to want to move off of Fred and Dylan and put those guys in the starting lineup.
I think their main thing is, though, the fact that we know they're not a contending team, but we talked about it as well. Like, they have no reason to lose, though. So it's like, in their mind, it might be like, we're trying to win as many games as possible. And yeah, we could put the fun rookie in who's probably better than the veterans, but it's like, the veterans know how to win. They know how to play. So it's like, we're trying to win games. We'll put those guys in. But I agree with you. Eventually, it probably will, but it should change moving forward.
Yeah. Let's bounce to San Antonio real quick, since we brought it up a little bit. And keep it brief, because we did the whole preview episode with Noah talking through the Spurs, all things Wemby. And look, Wemby's still doing Wemby things that he looked like in the preseason. The first game against Dallas, he had 6 points up until the fourth quarter, and then had 9 in the fourth. Pull up threes, looked super comfortable handling the ball, able to contest crazy stuff at the rim, challenging shots, like underneath the rim, coming over as a help side defender. Wemby is just only going to get better and more comfortable, and you can already see he has the freedom, like we talked about, to take all these types of shots. And look, that man Devin Vassell, bro, the game looked smooth. It looked buttery. The jumper was nice. He's putting up 21 a night. Yeah, like I said, they were able to go out. Wemby was the one that forced the game into overtime against Houston. And they were able to pull that one out. So they're sitting at 1-2 on the year. They got collapsed by the Clippers last night. But that's to be expected. This team is still young. This team is not going to really be in any type of noise making for the Western Conference for a few seasons out now. So to be expected, you playing a, veteran-led team that's looking to contend, stuff like that is going to happen. And Pop is leaving those guys out there to learn from those mistakes. So they're going about it the right way. But yeah, Wemby is still looking comfortable like he did in the preseason.
Yeah, they look like exactly what we thought they was gonna look like. Wemby's gonna have some plays here and there. He's gonna look good. He's gonna have his rookie moments. The whole team is just gonna have those moments where the youth and just overall not enough talent on the roster is gonna show. Like by example, them getting clapped by the Clippers. but yeah, like I just like how he does have the free range to, go out there, make mistakes, just try stuff. I like that because it's gonna help his development. It's gonna help development of the team. Yeah, man, I've been watching your guy Devin Vassell, man. I like him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. I'm not gonna lie, he's nice. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
the shot create what's the word, like him as a shot creator,
shot creator, yeah.
right? It's grown over the last couple of years, and so he's getting more versatile. Like not just as a catch and shoot guy, like the mid range is there, off
Nah,
the
he was
dribble is there, like
some
he can
pull
get
ups,
to it.
yeah. He was getting to his spots, some pull ups.
Yeah,
I was like, hold on, Billy might know ball. Hold on,
right.
nah, he's nice though. I do like him. He's definitely
Yeah.
solid.
What team you want to switch to next?
Let's see. Let's talk about OKC.
Mm,
Let's talk about OKC. My man's Chet is out here blocking everything. So
7 blocks in the debut.
man, I really like this team, man. I really like OKC because they're just we've talked about it, right? Even last year they was good. They exceeded expectations that they had, especially not having Chet the whole year. And the main thing they were missing, like we talked about, they played with no center all year. So it's
Right.
like what they were missing a big body in there. I know Chet's not the biggest guy, but just height wise, rim protection, and someone who's not really going to hinder them on the offensive end. And Chet brought all of that basically. Obviously, we've seen 7 blocks in his debut, but we also seen a little bit of like him being that like I'm dribbling through people, even though I'm a 7-footer getting to the basket,
Mm-hmm.
him being able to space the floor, hit some threes. It's just it looks so good. Like I like the way the team looks. I love watching Shea play. Like this game is just like it's so smooth. Like
It's unique too. Like no
yeah,
one else has a game like that, but also gets downhill and to the rim like that.
right.
He has that unique combination of like both skill sets.
Exactly. And he doesn't. And it's like he'll get you 30 every night. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need to shoot threes. Like he'll
Nope.
get to the free throw line. He'll get to his mid range shots. Like he kind of plays a little bit like it's like old school, but it's not in a way. Like it's a weird. It's weird. I don't know how
Right.
to explain it.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but it's so fun to watch though. So that and along with a couple other, excuse me, couple other players they got over there. I just like the team. I really like the team. They're super fun to watch. I think Chet is gonna have an amazing year, like stats wise, defensively, even offensively. What he brings to this team, like I think OKC is gonna be really really good.
Yeah, there was a point, I think it was on Saturday, somebody posted it. Shea, I think, was leading the league in like either rim attempts or drives, one of the two. And he basically had almost double the next closest person at that point in time. So his ability to play with pace, in terms of like playing fast, but also manipulate his speed, fast, slow. Can't really get him off of that, whatever speed he's trying to play at. Blow past people, get downhill, and finish through contact, finish acrobatically to avoid contact. Like you said, gets in mid range as well. He has a super, super unique skill set. This Thunder team they look good. They look good like we were hoping them to look to start this season. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching a lot of Thunder's games for sure. Um, let's pivot over to Memphis, who have started the season 0-3, and not in any like blowout fashion. Right, they lost by 7 to the Pelicans, who look really good. They lost by 4 to the Nuggets, who we said look like potentially the best team in basketball, and then did blow a lead late to the Wizards, which is a tough loss, but Desmond Bain, I think, he's averaging 30 plus, right, to start the year. Or maybe I'm capping. No, I'm tripping. 24 so far to start the year. But he did have 31. That's what I meant to say. 31 in the first game against the Pelicans. He looks good, right? Like we knew the rebounding was going to be a problem as soon as Steven Adams went out, which is tough. Like they're kind of having a gang rebound between guys like Xavier Tillman and Zaire Williams and Jaren kind of splitting those duties up. But Desmond Bain starting out averaging 24. That's what we kind of talked about, like without Ja, trying to have him get up to like at 25, 26 point range, which is what you'd like to see. Marcus Smart has been playing well for them as well. David Roddy's been getting minutes. Derrick Rose was looking good. He's smiling. He's looking like he's in
Having
good
fun.
spirits, which is good to see. Seeing him transition to the vet that he is. But yeah, I think Pierre said it on Through the Wire. Like the team is scrapping right now. Like I said, all three of those games were tough losses, and two of them were against what looked to be really good teams in the West. So you bring Ja back in 25 games. Like he was like, if this is a team that gets to hang around 500 after 25 games, they're like 12 and 13. They could really go on a run and solidify themselves in the West. So you would hope that the other teams try to bury them early and have them come out of that first stint like 5-20 or something like that. Like
Yeah,
just to a point where it's like, man, even Ja coming back is not about to save this season or at least get them to a comfortable spot out west.
Yeah.
But yeah, you knew grit and grind, and you're adding Marcus Smart, you're gonna be scrappy. You're gonna be scrappy for sure.
I was about to say, if nothing, we're gonna fight. We gonna be
Right.
scrappy. But yeah, the Grizzlies are one of the teams I haven't really got a chance to watch much of them. But my main thing is like basically like you said, will they hang around enough for when Ja comes back to still be in contention? Basically, like you're not, like you said, you're never really gonna be out of it unless you're really like 5-22 and whatever. Like unless you're really not winning games, then you're probably out of it. But if you can, even if you're like a little below 500, there's still a chance because obviously you're adding a superstar player into your lineup. But yeah, that's my main thing. Can you guys stick around long enough? Can you hang around long enough to when you get your best player back, you guys can actually make some noise in the West? But that's really my main thing.
For sure. I do have another team that's top of mind right now, so I want to talk about them before I forget. And that's the 76ers. And really the guy I want to talk about is Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
Right now, through 3 games, is averaging 37 and 6.
He's been
37 and 6. I know we weren't doing the podcast when the Ben Simmons trade initially happened to move him to Brooklyn. But one of the biggest things I was saying at that point in time was I would have preferred if the Sixers didn't go out and try to get a star back for their star and just get pieces that fit around Joel and just roll with it that way. Because I think you would get more value out of it than bringing in a guy like James Harden at the time. And I think that still sits true right now. Because without James Harden and allowing Tyrese to really play freely, like we have a full sample size of James and Maxey playing together last year with Joel. And we're getting to see what this version of Tyrese Maxey after this past offseason looks like by himself with Joel. If this is a Tyrese Maxey we're getting, do not bring James Harden back. No, move him for whatever you can. Get guys that will come in and fit and play their role. And that's what the Sixers need to do. That's what they need to roll out with. Because if you go out and trade James for somebody else who's going to come in and be ball dominant, take the ball out of Tyrese and Joel's hands, you're going to have to switch up how everything is flowing for this offense, which looks really good right now. I don't want to see that. And I would hope as the Sixers front office don't want to see that either.
Yeah.
So make the move and whatever you can get back return wise, get some good assets out of it. Get guys that can come in and play the role and let Tyrese keep the keys and as being the number 2 guy in this offense because he's butting into a guy who, I think a lot of people were like, he, could be an all-star type player. Forget all-star. This could be NBA level type player.
My fault.
Huh? No, I was going to say, a lot of people, I feel like it's flown under the radar because of his draft position. He's still a young guy, but it's he was a 20 or 21st pick in the draft. But the trajectory has been there. Year over year, we've seen the progression from him.
Right.
Like he went from 8 to 17 to 20, but if he's jumped from 20 to like almost a 30-point per game score in 1 year, bro, like that is an all NBA player.
That's literally what I was just about to say was like, yeah, it's surprising that he's at 30 now, but the fact that he's gotten better every single year, you can kind of predict that, okay, without James Harden, him being the number 2 over there, his numbers are obviously going to be really good.
Right.
Didn't know there was going to be 30 points good, but
Right.
definitely like 25, 26
Right.
is getting up there, like for sure. And I was going to say, like, was he in our like breakout candidates when we did that episode? I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
was.
he had to been,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he was one of
But
the
even
people.
I wasn't predicting this. Like,
Yeah,
this
that's what
is
I'm saying.
crazy.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's really what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, he got better every single year. So the fact that he's improving, especially with obviously with an expanded role, of course his numbers are gonna be a lot better. But even then, as far as the trade James Harden thing, the reason why I mainly why I agree with you is because worst case scenario, what are you guys, a second round exit? You're a second round exit with James Harden there anyway. So it's like, what what's the point? You know what I mean? So like that's why I definitely agree with your way of saying you should just trade James Harden, get
Right.
people that fit in, and just try to go out there and see what you guys can compete with. Because with James Harden, you're not going super far. Might as well see where Maxey and Joel could take you. So I agree with everything you said.
Yeah. Right now, he is shooting 56% from the 3-point line on 8.5 threes a game. Like,
That's
bro is
crazy.
shooting the skin off the ball on crazy volume.
That's
Obviously,
crazy.
that's going to come down, but bro, he's come out and absolutely blown this opportunity out of the water. Like, I could not have imagined him coming out this hot, this well, to start the season without James. And I really hope it does send a message to their front office that like
Yeah.
we don't need to be trying to wait for a package that includes Paul George or whatever in it. Like, bro, call the teams, figure something out. Like, let's get some role players, some vets back, and like, let's go. Like, do not keep this cloud sitting over this team for longer than it needs to be. They already had to deal with Ben's situation for a whole year. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. Come on.
And I trust him to I don't think no one really thinks this is a fluke, but like I definitely trust Maxey because we even last year in the flashes, like even in the playoffs,
Yeah,
we
we
seen he
saw it. We saw
yeah,
it in the playoffs. Yeah.
exactly. You've been used the talent was always there, obviously, and the flashes was always there. So I definitely think this is even if not 30 points is sustainable, I think like him being a good number 2, I think that's definitely sustainable, especially like come playoff time.
Yeah, and I think it's okay that he's not a traditional like point guard or playmaker in that way. Like
Yeah.
he's not a bad playmaker. He's not going to be an elite playmaker like a guy like James Harden was. But I don't think Joel Embiid is a guy you need to force feed like that. Like,
Just give him the ball in the post. You don't need to set nothing up
right,
for him. Give him
right.
the ball in the post. Have him go to work. Right? He's the MVP. Like, come on, man.
Right. So I think that it's fine leaving the lineup as it is. I don't think you're really losing a ton. If anything, bringing Harden back is taking away from what we're seeing from Tyrese. So
Yeah.
we're both in agreement. Like, that's the way that they need to move going forward. Where are we going to jump to next?
Let's see. What do we want? What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? There's a lot of, You know what? Let's talk about. We talked about Mikael Jordan. We needed to be talking about freaking Cam Jordan in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to talk about. So let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets really quickly
Okay.
because yo, bro, I don't I don't think there's ever been a case where we have a player, right? Cool, he doesn't get no minutes, whatever, cool. We bring him in, you give him a little bit of minutes, he drops 35, 40, whatever.
With
W-
ease,
With
bro.
and
Like,
it looks so easy. It's like, bro, it's not like it's a fluke. Like he's really just a bucket. And then we're like, nah, let's just not play him. We're good. But every single time this guy gets an opportunity, 30, 30, 30. Every single time. Like he is a absolute walking bucket. And I just don't understand why it takes so long for the coach to be like, yo, maybe this guy could get some minutes. Some
right.
minutes. Like, bro, wasn't it last year he went from like 40 to like DMP?
Yes, I don't even care at this point, bro. This team is not going to make no noise in the East. I don't care what his deficiencies are. The dude can give you
Like
30 a night. He first game of the year, he put up 33 off the bench, bro.
bro,
Like, come on.
there's no amount of deficiencies that should stop you from playing from him getting minutes. Period. Like if he
Right.
can give you 30, I don't care if he can't play defense. I don't care what his deficiencies are. He at least deserves some type of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Give my man's the ball, please.
36 off the bench in the first game of the year against Cleveland, shooting 62% from the field. And then the next game gets the start and puts up 30 again, shooting 63% from the field. Both of those games were losses, but bro, who cares, bro?
Just come on, man. Let my man have fun, bro. Give him the keys.
Yeah, so really the only takeaways I've gotten so far from these 2 games that the Nets have played, like you said, Cam Thomas, come on now. Jock Vaughn, let's keep that going. Do not pull the plug on him and start giving him DMPs. The other thing, you mentioned Mikal Jordan. The number, like, I don't know if that number one option thing can be super sustainable long term. The offense just seems a little bit limited at times with him being the go-to guy there. So there's still moves that they need to make around this roster if they're going to keep Mikal and try to build around him. I don't know if he can be a number one guy, which is, again, never going to be a slight at people because there's only so many number one guys on contending teams that exist in the NBA.
He's not a one.
Right. Not everybody could be that. And I think that's kind of shown early on so far this season for them.
As much as I love Dame going to the Bucks, I still think it'd be so fun if he went to Brooklyn.
It would have been so fun and it would have been such a good fit, bro.
It would have fit like perfectly. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, you got him and Nick Claxton in the pick and roll with Mikal out there and Cam Johnson and Spencer can come in. You got defenders around him. Ben Simmons could 6-man off the bench, run the second unit, get the freedom.
Oh my god, that was if I'm Dame Lillard, if I was like, no, I need to go somewhere where I'm the guy. That was the team for me. That was the perfect one.
But I'll also say, bro, through 2 games, Ben Simmons averaging a real Draymond Green stat line, 7, 10, and 8.5 assists with basically a block and a half and a steal. Like, hey,
he is what he is at this point, man.
Look, if the offense never, to even say, comes back to what it used to be, because it wasn't a ton before, but if he can get back to the all defensive level, or at least just be like that type of stat line, if he could give you 10 rebounds and still giving you like 8, 9 assists, he was an elite playmaker once upon a time when he was healthy. Like, if he can get just some of those attributes back, great. I'm happy for him. I'll forever miss the old Ben Simmons, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
I'll tell you one thing, how we talked about like the Wiggins, Aaron Gordon, high drafted players that didn't really live up to like the superstar ceiling, but can go to the contending team and contribute. I feel like that could happen for him. I could see a world where he's somebody's Draymond Green, and we're looking at Ben Simmons on the not the Warriors actually, but like a team like that, and they win a championship. We're like, oh my god, Ben, look at him reviving his career. Look at him contributing. I could see that. I really could. I don't know how actual possible it is, but I could see that.
Nah, I could too. Because look, the teams are always going to need guys that do those things. Rebound the ball. You need playmakers. You got length. You got defense. Like, those are plug and play guys, and he can do all of that for you. And that's one package. Like,
literally.
So yeah, look, hopefully that he continues to stay healthy and get more comfortable and just, bro, be happy playing basketball again. And let's not do what happened last time. Let's pivot over to the Pelicans, who look really, really good to start this season. Zion is looking like the Zion we were expecting him to look like. Comes out, he's averaging basically 24 points a night with 6 rebounds. BI's looking good too, putting up 23 a night. Oh, this is exactly what we expected from this team. You've got Zion, you've got BI. Both of them can play at an all-star level. We know we're getting from CJ, right? Like 18 to 20 points a night. Can be more on certain nights, but like, he's going to give you a consistent third option scoring punch. The defense of Herb Jones looked good. Valanciunas already had a double-double in the first game of the season. I think he's still one of the most underrated bigs in the league just because he does so much well above average, like very good rebounder, good screen setter, solid defender, not the greatest at any of those things, but is very good at all of them. And it's just a great quality big for this team. And Pelicans look good. They went out first game of the year, beat the Grizzlies, and then beat the Knicks, I think, Saturday. And yeah, they have a good start to the year. Excited to continue to watch a lot of this Pelicans team because, hey, MVP Zion season is loading, bro.
Hey man, if he could play 65 games, I mean we've been knowing that though. Like the Pelicans to me is just like I don't have any takeaways because it's just stuff we already been knew. They're a really, really, really good team when Zion's healthy. When he's not, they're playing ish team. Like it's just so simple. You know what I mean? Like my thing is I just want Zion to be healthy. And what does this team look like with a healthy Zion in the playoffs? That's really what I want to know. Because they're not going to be an easy out for anybody. So, like I said, takeaways from like this week, they look good, but it's nothing that we don't already know, basically.
Right. Let's get literal though with the MVP talks. If you got to give a week 1 MVP, I think there's probably a clear cut answer, and that is Luka Doncic, bro. What you doing, bro?
Finally came into the season in shape. That's what happens. Like I've been calling Luka MVP for the past like 3 years. He's been letting me down every time. Like, come on, man. This got to be the year.
No, look, that first game, 33, 13, and 10. Second game, 49, 10, and 7 on 64% from the field, 64% from 3.
Bro. He has the most
with the craziest game winner. Like, bro, come on now.
He just be doing stuff. Like,
throw it up for one hand from the wing like a hook shot and bank it in.
What's up with these European basketball players? I think they just grew up playing horse all day because Jokic just be bucket. Luka just bucket. Like, what are we doing, bro? And it'd be game winners. It'd be like high crucial moments. They just whatever. Like, it's crazy, it's easy, bro.
But no, look, I think this Mavericks team, I actually was surprised at how many people I saw still skeptical about them, even with the additions that they made. I know we talked about it in the preview. Like, I think that they did a lot to solidify both the center position and just the perimeter defense around Luka and Kyrie. And I have to give a shout out to Derek Lively, who, look, I was not expecting him to be this comfortable this early. I was expecting, later in the season, like he fits the prototype of a big that you want with Luka. But no, first game against the Spurs, he goes out and puts up 16 and 10 with a block and a steal. He is a legit lob threat. Luka is just going down pick and roll and just, bro, putting up there, go get it. And he's putting it on people's heads. He's active like I said, on the defensive side of the ball. He crashes the glass really well. It just makes their offense that much more scary when you have Luka handling the ball. Kyrie is on the wing waiting for the kick out. And all of a sudden, now you actually have a real serious lob threat to worry about. That's very, very hard to defend. There's a lot of gravity going on there on the court. So, yeah, shout out to Derek Lively. He's had a great start to the season. Looks like the long-term answer for the Mavericks at center, which is good to see.
And that makes him so scary, right? Like, that makes this team so scary because Luka with 4 other bums is already scary in itself. So it's like you give Luka an actual supporting cast and an actual like really good running mate in Kyrie Irving. It's like, bro, this team is gonna be so gross, bro. This team is gonna be so good because they actually, like we talked about, they actually addressed their weaknesses in the offseason. You still have Luka Doncic. Looks like he actually came out finally. He was in shape coming into a season. This really could be the year that he actually wins MVP though, because I feel like they're gonna win enough games. He's obviously gonna have the stats. Like, bro, Luka seems like he has the craziest stat lines in the league. Like 49, what is it? 49, 10, and 7. Then he have 0 turnovers. Like, what, bro? Like, this dude is playing my career out here. It's crazy.
The way that he scores is just like, it's just crazy. The step backs, the deceleration, the way that he's able to go from fifth gear to park. Like, bro, It's ridiculous, bro. He has the ball on a string. He has eyes in the back of his head. He's making hook shots from the 3-point line. Like he's on another level right now. And like you said, I think it might just be, they just had the FIBA tournament. Like, he had to stay healthy out through the offseason playing a lot of
Yeah.
basketball. That might have helped. That might have been a big reason. And so, like, look, he's coming in. He's in good shape, looks good. He's playing real good, too. And his Mavericks team is off to a hot start. So good for them. And hopefully it stays that way because I've been the same way. Luka has been able to win MVP for multiple years now. The talent was never the question. Never the question.
Ever. So, but yeah, they look good, man. They definitely look good.
Let's roll through all these last teams in the West that we haven't hit on. There's a handful here. Starting with the Phoenix Suns, who I would have more to say, but we have yet to see the big three that we've all been waiting for. Book played the first game and hasn't played since then. Bradley Beal hasn't played at all. KD's the only one that's played in all three. But when they did play, Booker and KD looked what we expected from them, what they looked like last year. And then we mentioned, in that second game against the Lakers, KD and LeBron were dueling for most of the game. KD had 39 in that game,
39.
almost put up a 40-piece. Just couldn't get it done down the stretch because literally every time he touched the ball, the whole Lakers team was like, we're going to allow anybody else to score but you. When just tough. But what I will say briefly is, again, the role players that they picked up are making an impact early, which is good to see. Josh Okogie looks great early. Eric Gordon is able to provide the scoring off the bench, which when Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are playing will look a lot better than him having to play extended minutes in a different role. Jordan Goodwin was hitting some tough shots against the Lakers in that game, which was interesting for him to see. I was not expecting that at that level. And then Yuta as well. Yuta Watanabe. We know what he was as a shooter from his time in Brooklyn. But he looks good here on this Phoenix team as well and is able to get some good minutes and provide some quality spacing for them too. So, again, they were able to build out this roster good. And obviously some of these guys are having to play expanded roles right now with D-Book and Bradley Beal out, but they've looked solid so far and they're 2-1 through their first 3 games.
Yeah, their main thing is staying healthy because, like you said, these guys are going to be good, but you don't want them playing this many minutes. Like the whole point is to have your big three out there and them become complementary pieces. So it's gonna. I'm curious to see how it looks when they come back because I mean, even just off the first game, Devin Booker is, bro, he's ridiculous, bro. The shots that he makes, it literally makes 0 sense. Like he's been on an insane heater because it looks like he carried all that into this game and all that from last year's playoffs into this game, into that first game. So I'm excited to see what it looks like when they come back. I think Nurkic is a better fit for them than Ayton. He looks solid, even being able to he's a bigger body, and he facilitates a little bit better, which is really good and really helpful for them. I still, again, it really just was one game. So I'm talking about the game with Booker when he played. Still have question marks about them having an actual playmaker, but. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when the season goes on and what it would look like when all 3 of them are there.
Yeah, so not going to spend too much time on it because we ain't seen the big 3 that we was advertised to see.
Hey, exactly.
So let's pivot to Golden State. We talked to them about them a little bit, touching on some of the teams they played against. But they're sitting at 2-1 right now. Obviously, they lost the season opener, lost the season opener to the Suns, but have won back-to-back games now against the Kings and the Rockets. Steph Curry is looking as good as he has in his career. We talked about still in his prime and can argue that he's been playing the best basketball of his career. Chris Paul, the scoring is not there, but it doesn't need to be, which is A-okay. And they brought him off the bench in this past game because Draymond is back from his ankle injury. So I don't know. I'm sure that'll be tweaked and he'll probably continue to be swapped around in lineups because I know Steve Kerr loves to mess around with those throughout the course of the season. But yeah, early on, look, we knew that the fit isn't great. I still have the same questions. Those are not going to be answered early on. We'll have to really see this team throughout the course of the season. But look, Chris Paul, the mid-range is still good. He still is going to be having that high of a basketball IQ is going to be able to figure out how to get the ball into the hands of the people that need it and be able to facilitate their offense effectively. And that's what he's been able to do early on. So glad that that's working out. He's averaging 9.3 assists on the season. Looney looks good. He's still crashing the glass as always. That's what he does. So yeah, this looks like the Warriors team that we were expecting. We need to see them really go up against more top level teams. I think they play the Pelicans tonight, so that'll be interesting to see how they handle Zion
Facts.
and Bi too, for that matter. Like any type of length on the perimeter. So I'm interested to see as we go on through the season. They play teams like a New Orleans, like a Denver, like a Philly, guys with lengthy wings or dominant bigs. I'm interested to see how they handle that.
Yeah, that's my main thing. I just want to see how they look actually having to guard someone, honestly, because like offensively, like I said, they'll make it work. Chris Paul is out here facilitating. His offense isn't the best, but he's out here facilitating. Steph is going to be Steph. I really just want to see what it looks like when they have to guard people. What are the lineups going to look like? Who are you going to have on the court? And then because I still feel like it's going to be mismatches everywhere. Like even in the first game against the Suns, like there was times where it was Curry on Booker. It was just you can't hide everyone. You literally
Right.
can't.
You
So
cannot.
so I'm curious to see how that's gonna look. But so far, it's all right. All right. Like, yeah, it's not really much takeaways with week one. So it's
All
you
right.
know,
Hey, look, they played Phoenix close with D Book and KD,
yeah.
but
But I just know if Beal's there though, that's somebody's getting killed because
yeah,
somebody got to guard. Because I'm looking at it like, oh, like who's on the court? I'm like, bro, Beal's gonna be on the court for one of these guys, and Paul, Curry, Clay, somebody's gonna have to guard. Somebody's gonna have to step up.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a team to continue to keep our eye on. Let's move over to the Kings, who are 2-1 right now. But I think De'Aaron Fox rolled his ankle last night, and unfortunately, he's gonna miss some time. So hopefully, that's not super extended. But he's looked great to start the year. I think he's averaging over 30 through their first 3 games. Put up 39 against Golden State in the loss, and then last night against the Lakers, put up 37 and 8 on 58% from the field goal, or 58% field goal percentage. So he's looked good. And I think their first game of the season, Harrison Barnes had like 7 threes in the first
Yeah.
half or so. He was torching the Utah zone. But look, this Kings team, like I said, they're pretty much the same team from last year. They're banking a lot on Keegan Murray taking that next step. So far, he's averaging 16 points a game on not great efficiency. 34% from three on almost 10 threes a game. So super high volume, but not the greatest efficiency so far. But look, this is a scrappy team. Like I know the stats don't always go in their favor in terms of defense and just that notion, but like they have the reigning clutch player of the year for whatever that's worth. And right, they just get in these runs. And I think it's also the Sacramento crowd just gets so into the game now with the whole light the beam and everything. Like watching them in overtime against the Lakers, like Malik Monk is hitting big shots down the stretch. Kevin Huerter is hitting a 3 dagger and he's turning to the crowd. The crowd is erupting. Like this team, they just got guts, bro. They got guts. They got heart. They got fight. I still think they're going to be a fun team. I don't think we can expect to see the same season that they had last year. I know we talked about that in the preview episode, but look, De'Aaron Fox is a special talent. Sabonis is what Sabonis is at this point. It's really just about what Keegan Murray does throughout the course of the season.
I feel like they kind of not banked their whole season on Keegan Murray, but it's like
No,
if
like
we
they made their offseason on that. That was their
yeah,
offseason progression. Is like Keegan about to take that step because we could have went out and got Kuzma,
right.
but we got Keegan.
Right. We got Kuzma at home. We
All right.
good. But nah, yeah, it is funny though, because it's like if he doesn't take that step, then it's like, bro, you guys kind of just sold in the offseason. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
kind of banking on that. So that's really the main thing with this team. Because like I said, they're pretty much the same exact team. It really depends on if he takes that step. And can they really actually be contenders, not just have a good record in the regular season and lose in the playoffs? Like, can they actually be real contenders? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how that looks, especially, with Sabonis with his playoff struggles. I'm curious to see how they look. And to see if they regress, like how we were kind of talking about before. Like they kind of like they were the most healthy team. I remember you brought that up before last year.
Yeah,
So it's like to see if they actually do regress. Going into the season, especially with Fox being injured.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be tough. I hope it's not super long. It's kind of early. They haven't reported too much on the ankle injury, but hopefully it's not a super long time period for him to miss. Because I don't know if they can afford that super long. Because if Sabonis is your number one option, ooh
Hmm.
wee. Let's pivot to the Clippers. Who again also are 2-1. Paul George has been super hot to start the season. Him and Kawhi both look good. It's good to see them both playing together. It feels like it's been a little while. So happy to see them both starting the season healthy and playing well. Paul George, I think, is averaging like over 27 or 28 on the season already on pretty good efficiency. He's doing Paul George things with the length and being able to dribble and create his own shot. So all that is good to see. I don't have too much to say about this team. Like, Bones Highland is giving them the punch off the bench that they were hoping for. Russ still looks like Russ. Like,
Good and
again,
bad.
right. It's just about health. It's just about health. So we don't got to spend too much time on it because I imagine you probably going to say the same thing.
It's not. I don't honestly. This I don't even care what they look like now. I literally couldn't care less. Are they going to be healthy in the postseason? That's it.
Yeah, because we know what this team can do. They've got the talent. It's just about staying healthy.
That's all it
Um,
is.
And I think the last team, I don't know, two more teams in the West. Timberwolves. I haven't talked about the Timberwolves yet. Well, they're 1-1 on the season. They lost the first game of the year, their first game of the year to the Raptors, and then came back and were able to beat the Heat by 16 in a game that Jimmy Butler sat out in. So obviously you have to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. But Anthony Edwards coming out, averaging about 23 points to start the year. Still have the same thing. It's about this Cat Gobert fit. I don't like it. It looks weird. I feel like it's making Cat play funky. There were moments in some of the games this year where it's like Cat is just doing things that are just why? Like, why is he even being asked to do these things? He's on some like point center stuff and trying to like play make, and it's just it's not. He doesn't feel comfortable. He doesn't
It
look
takes away from his
comfortable.
game. It doesn't play
Right.
into his strong suits.
Right. Exactly. So forever, I'm gonna like. There's not actually a huge sample size, like because of Cat's injury last year, in terms of them playing together. But the sample that we do have is not great, and we keep adding to it, and it's not getting better, bro. So I don't know what the long term solution is here, but my sentiment still stands. Like this team is capped by having the two of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do, but it feels like we're running down a path where eventually you got to get off of one, which is probably going to have to be Cat.
Unfortunately, because it's not going to be Gobert. No, I don't know. You damn sure ain't getting nearly what you paid for him. I'll tell you that much if you try to move off Gobert.
Not
But
at all.
but yeah, I actually didn't watch any of the Timberwolves yet this season. But yeah, I have just it pretty much it's the same thing. It's like the Cat and Gobert, is it gonna work? We're both kind of skeptical on it. Um, and like I said before, I think it could work enough to where in the regular season you win a good amount of games. Um, but definitely come later in the season or come postseason, that it's gonna look bad. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's not playing into Carl Anthony Towns' strengths. Like you're making him do stuff that he's not comfortable doing, not supposed to be comfortable doing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're capping his upside, and then in general, it's just the fit is just so weird that I don't think it's gonna work. So that's something to definitely watch closely as the season goes on. At the end of the day, you got Anthony Edwards. He's a superstar, so he can take you. His talent alone, he can take you pretty far.
Exactly. So you have to keep watching and seeing, but skeptical, man. I am skeptical. Last team in the West is going to be the Jazz. Did not catch a ton of it. I really only caught the back end of their game against the Clippers, where Jordan Clarkson hit a game winner. So good for them. But this Jazz team, from what I've seen and the bits and pieces that I've been able to watch, is what I expected. Right, Laurie is still going to be their main guy, putting up like 24-ish a night. Good to see John Collins again hooping. Hopeful that he can continue to play and get comfortable again and have more freedom. because it just felt like him and Atlanta had really run that course. So hopeful to see what that kind of turns out to as the season progresses.
Listen, man, I ain't never gonna lie to this podcast. I'm probably not gonna watch not a single Jazz game this year, bro. They have nothing that excites me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Laurie Market is cool. Jordan Clarkson is cool. Laker legend. You know how that go. But other than that, I'm gonna be lying if I say I care about the Jazz.
What I will say is Chris Dunn got banged on by Malik Monk. I don't know if you
Did he?
saw that.
I did see. It. Was it on like yeah? Well, that was the one on the fast break.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
I did see
He
that.
got postered. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's what he get for sitting out the whole season with a bone bruise. This guy sat like, bro. This guy sat out the entire season with a like. I don't even want to talk about Chris Dunn, bro. I'm good.
Let's shift over back to the East and wrap up the couple teams that we haven't talked about there. First one we're gonna go to is gonna be the Pacers, who, bro, they're putting up points. 143 with no overtime is crazy.
Insane.
Like,
That's insane.
That's so wild, bro. Again, grain of salt. It was against the Wizards, but look, 143 in an NBA game with no overtime is crazy. Then they put up 125 against the Cavaliers in a game where I know the Cavs were missing a lot of people. I think it was no Garland in that game. And I don't think no Jarrett Allen either. And no Donovan Mitchell. It was a shell of the Cavaliers going up against the Pacers. But at the end of the day, this team and really Tyrese Halliburton, bro, he could sleepwalk to like 21 and 13 assists every game.
Night.
It's so easy for him. Like, it just makes it look so simple. He's averaging basically 21 and 12 on a season with 5.5 assists. Miles Turner is putting up 15.5 points for their first two games. Aaron Nesmith has provided some good scoring for them off the bench. Bennedict Mathurin is, giving us that 12, 15 points. Playing the two guard there. Bruce Brown has slotted into his role nicely. Again, this team is going to be fun to watch. They're going to be fast-paced. They're going to get out in transition. And they have a lot of shooting between guys like Bruce Brown and Buddy Hield and Miles Turner and Tyrese. Like, they're going to put up a lot of points and play fast with a lot of possession. So I said before I was going to watch a lot of Pacers basketball. They have not disappointed so far this year. So good to see. Good to see.
They are going to be running and gunning all season long. Like, I mean, and we kind of predicted that in the before the season, but yeah, it is coming to fruition a little bit. They're just going to be running and gunning, and that's also going to be one of those teams that are going to be super, super fun to watch because high, fast paced, high scoring games. That's pretty much what it's going to be most of the season.
Mm-hmm. Next team we got up is the Pistons, and it's two people I really want to talk about, and it's the two people I was most excited for to finally get to play together on the Pistons, and that is Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. Cade is he had a 30-piece right in their first game. Against the Heat. They only lost by 1. He put up 30 and 9. He's averaging about 23 points on the season so far. But Jalen Duren, I think he's leading the league in rebounding right now, right? Yeah. Bro, 18 and 15. He's averaging the same amount of offensive rebounds that Jaren Jackson is averaging, just total rebounds on the season right now. Like, bro, he's getting to it on top of averaging 2.7 blocks, bro.
Bro, he's a beast, bro. And
he's still like, and he's 19.
He's only 19.
He's 19.
He's just the same age as Jason Tatum, bro. That tells you how young he is, bro. But nah, he's just a beast, bro. It's insane to see. Like, he just looks
wild.
He's just like a monster out there on the defensive end, on the rebound, on the glass. Off the glass, I should say. Nah, he's a beast. But this Pistons team is gonna be also one of those super fun young teams to watch. We talked about it before the season started, but get to see Cade and Duren play together is gonna be super fun. And with those other pieces, they still got the other Thompson twin over there. They got oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Ivy. Oh my god, why?
Jay Ivy, yeah.
Jay Ivy. Oh my god, but yeah, they're going to be one of those teams that is not going to win a lot of games, but man, it's going to be fun to watch. And then hopefully, like moving forward in a couple of years, it's going to be one of those teams that like they have some cornerstone pieces that they can build on, and then eventually, be a really good team. But so far, super fun, super
Exactly.
fun.
Asar's been able to flash on the defensive end, right? He's able to be a great chase down artist, weak side rotator to the rim to help be an additional rim protector. Offense is always going to, that's really been the question for both of the Thompson twins, especially from a shooting perspective. So
Yeah.
that'll come with time. And
Mhm.
shout out Alec Burks too, bro. Real pros pro. Just
He
come
was
in and
hooping.
come in and score the ball, bro. That's what he does. He can
He was
shoot.
he was hooping. I mean, it's always been a little bit of a bucket. It's always been his little thing. He always can get a bucket here and there.
Right, definitely. He's consistent on 2K, consistent in real life.
Facts.
Next team we got here is the Milwaukee Bucks. Surprised we haven't talked about them at all.
That's
Um,
funny.
hey, freak time went crazy in game one. It ain't get freaky at all in game two.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
No, man.
definitely the tale of two games because they first game it looked as scary as advertised against the Sixers. Dame almost put up 40 points. He had 39 and was clutch early on, hitting the big threes there down the stretch that they needed. Giannis put up 23 and 12 in that game. And then after the Hawks, I think we're 0-2 at that point, and Trae Young had looked bad, like
Terrible.
really no way around it. They go out and Damian Lillard somehow looked worse. Dame, I think this is last night, right? He went 2 for
He had
12 from the
6 points.
field. Yeah, 6 points, minus 29.
Jesus Christ, man.
So again, not gonna read too much into it. This is a new team with a new coach. So it'll take time,
A new
but
star player. It's time to
right,
get cohesion and everything really work out. But I do think the small takeaway I took was from the first game. How I mean we kind of knew it too, but the fact that like late in the games it was Damian Lillard. Like this
right.
is like you. I mean
He,
honestly, we didn't. I don't think we brought this up on the podcast. Like you saw how like when Giannis was getting interviewed, he was like, "This is Damian.
Dame's
This is his
team.
team." That kind of surprised me a little bit because I'm pretty sure when Dame first got there, he said something like, "It's interesting to play with someone who's like better than me." He said something like that. I don't know if those are his exact
I think
words.
Giannis was just being nice, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, but it's like he just openly said, like, "No, this is." He said, "I'm here, but this is his team." I'm like, okay,
He just being nice, bro.
I guess
Giannis a two-time MVP, bro. Come
that's what
on
I'm
now.
saying. It's like, bro, if I'm Dame, I'm like, I'd have been like, nah, bro, it's his team. Like, it's probably been like a going back and forth thing. Like, nah, bro,
Yeah,
this is his team. But like,
nah,
definitely late in the games though, closing wise, Dame Miller's gonna have the ball in his hands all of the time because that's just what he does already, and it's exactly what the team needs for the most
right.
part. Because Giannis late in the games can't really create like that, but that's interesting to see.
Yeah. Um, gonna pivot to the Charlotte Hornets, who are 1-1. Was one of the teams that had beaten the Hawks, which was, I think, surprising. I kind of was. I mean, again, I'm not expecting much from this Hornets team. I was expecting a lot more from that Hawks team, so I was surprised they lost that first game. But again, early in the season, stuff is going to happen. You cannot weigh too much heavily on the beginning of the NBA season. But biggest takeaway, really, hey, Brandon Miller looking a lot better, looking a lot more comfortable, efficient, shooting the ball, averaging 15 on 50% from the field, 45% from three on almost 6 attempts a game. Good, good to see, and I don't feel like no one's talking about it.
At all.
I I am not seeing not one Brandon Miller highlight anywhere. Not that he's necessarily doing crazy highlight
Well,
plays, but hey,
I see.
15 points on good efficiency after what he did in summer league. Hype him up a little bit, bro. This is the number 2 overall pick. Dang.
I mean, I seen one like TikTok edit because he was about to fight freaking what's his face, Stu. I think it was Stewart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, honestly, my main thing is that we gotta stop. And now when I say we, I just mean basketball media and social media in general. Gotta stop taking into account like summer league and like
Yeah.
PC. Like gotta stop acting like dudes is like it's make or break right there, bro. Because playing with no point guard at all, nobody setting him up, no one making his life a little bit easier to actually go and play with LaMelo and actual NBA players, you're gonna look a lot better, bro. Especially when all the focus is not on you, all the attention's not on you. You're gonna look a lot better. So that was really good to see.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna speed run through these last couple. Got the Wizards up next. They're doing
Pool
Wizard.
party.
They're doing Wizard things. Unleash Jordan Poole, please. but him and Denny keep getting into it. 'Cause,
Yo, bro, what's up with that? They got beef already.
bro, pass the ball. I mean, I understand it.
Nah, get it off. What Kobe said, you want the ball, get it off the glass, bro. Get the ball, get it off, get the rebound if you want the ball, bro. Stop playing with me. I didn't come here to. You think Jordan Poole came here to pass the ball? Or Jordan Poole came here to get buckets. That's what he came here to do.
He do need to learn how to dial it back. Just a
Nah,
smidge,
bro. Nah,
Just
Jordan.
a
If
smidge.
you watching this, bro, you got my full faith. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
And I'm telling you, you can keep shooting. Just maybe a better shot here or there. Like we don't gotta always shoot the 35-foot three.
The flashy, the better. The flashier, the better. I want to see like a tween hezzy pull from like the logo. If I'm watching a Wizards game, I'm watching for one reason only, is to see Jordan Poole shoot a bad shot. That's it.
Let's pivot to the Heat, who, like I said, Jimmy Butler sat out their last game against the Timberwolves that they did lose. They won their opener against the Pistons and then lost a tight game to the Celtics. My biggest takeaway, hey, Bam is averaging 23 points to start the year. We saw the added intensity and effort for him on the offense side of the ball. That feels like, or in the postseason, it feels like that's continued to start the season. Pat Riley was saying somebody else outside of Jimmy's got to put up 25.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Bam, and that would be, hey, bro.
Could have been.
If
Dame.
it definitely could have been Dame. Also, the fact that ESPN really got his picture with this emo haircut is so disgusting. But yeah, Bam still looks, I mean, as great as he always does on the defensive side of the ball. One of the only guys who I think can really comfortably say they can guard 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
With also being able to put up 25 a night. All NBA player right there. That is an all NBA level player. And I gotta ask you a quick question. Do you think he'll ever win Defensive Player of the Year? It almost feels like we're reaching the point where it's like he may just never get it.
If he didn't win it, the only reason I say if he didn't win it by now, I'm gonna say no, because we all know that awards in general are kind of narrative based, and it's like you got a Wemby coming in. Like I genuinely, whether it's deserved or not, just off of hype and everything, if Wemby like averages mad blocks, like he's gonna get votes. And you just got other great defenders in the NBA. Even you got like guys like Chet, like young guys coming in. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's like if he didn't win it by now, I think it's might be tough. But then again, it's definitely not impossible. Not at all. Okay. He deserves it. He's a deep caliber player.
All right. He's one of the best defenders year in, year out. Like, I don't think you can really say there's more than 2 or 3 better defenders than him every year.
Especially not more versatile too. Like you said, one of the few people that can.
He might be the most versatile defender in the league.
I think so, because like who else can guard who else can like literally? Because people say it like he can guard 1 through 5. Who can literally guard the point guard and then guard the center?
Not and to the level that he can. I don't know if there's anybody. Like, you could make arguments for. Actually, really, who could you actually
say?
2017 Ben Simmons, maybe. Like,
I'm about to say prime LeBron. That's I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Next team we got here is the Knicks. Hey, bro, your boy is shooting 27% from the field in their first 3 games.
Randall?
Yeah.
Damn, he stinks. That's I didn't even know that.
their first game of the year, they was doing the ISO ball back and forth between him and Jalen, and it just bro.
Their offense at times looks so gross when they do that. Like when they just like your turn, my turn. It really
look gross when Julius is the one doing it, bro. Yeah. Like, why? Who is giving this the green light? Stop, Tom.
His offense, his offensive game is so weird. Like, he's a ball stopper, and it's just like ISO. Let me make some little weird move, and hopefully it goes in. Like, his offense is so gross sometimes.
But yeah, Brunson looked good. RJ looked good. Quickly looked real good again off the bench. He already put up 15 a night. Probably going to be another guy in the running for 6 man a year. So I don't know how long Julius is going to be able to stay there or keep playing like this. Like, honestly, even if he changes it, I don't think Knicks fans are going to care. Like, I know so many Knicks fans that have turned on Julius Randle.
They're done with him, bro. The only way he can get his his value up as far as in the eyes of Knicks fans is if he comes out and they go into the playoffs, he has like a great series.
Right, he would have to turn up. Yeah,
exactly. Then they would have to win they don't even have to win the series. He just would have to like go crazy. Like, he would have to have an efficient high 20s, maybe 30-point type series for them to like maybe like, oh yeah, maybe Julius Randle's all right. Other than that, they're pretty much done with him.
Last couple teams here. We got the Cavs up next. Like I said, they are already dealing with some injuries, so a couple guys been in and out of the lineup. But Donovan Mitchell looked like Donovan Mitchell, scoring the ball at will. Again, the added defensive intensity that we saw last year looks to be carrying over. For Evan Mobley, I don't know if we're ever gonna, at least not now. The offense hasn't developed, I think, as some people would have hoped now at this point in his career. But bro is a generational defensive player. Like, so even if it don't ever reach that point, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I do think though for the Cavs to really be like a actual contending team, I think his offense is gonna have to improve. Like, because I mean, Donovan Mitchell's gonna go out there, he's gonna do his thing. Darius Garland, I have confidence that Darius Garland is gonna improve because I think last year was his first time in the playoffs, and you see that he was like good game, bad game, like kind of inconsistent.
All right.
But for them to like be a really top contending team, like Evan Mobley's game is gonna have to evolve offensively, and this season it might be slow.
Yeah, and look, it's still early, bro. Well, he's probably still like 21 at most.
Oh yeah, it's plenty of time for sure.
So yeah, it's no immediate rush. It's just early on. It looks very similar to what it did look like last year.
Yeah.
Next team we got, definitely don't want to spend a lot of time on. That's the Bulls. Zach LaVine put up 51 points, and they lost the game. It wasn't even close, bro. 51 points, and they lost by 16.
That's disgusting. And didn't he have 0 assists too? It's a real ball stat right there. Real baller stat.
Yeah.
Real hooper.
Yeah. It's like, you lost 51 points and you lost by 16 to the Pistons. Like, they had a players only meeting after the first game of the year, bro. This team is cooked. I don't know what, like, I feel for Bulls fans. I feel for y'all. It's not y'all's fault. The Lonzo Ball injury is like so unfortunate. But yeah, this is not it, bro. It's not it.
Never got to see the real DeBalzac, man. Not
DeBalzac.
DeBalzac.
Oh,
you never got to see
gosh.
it, man.
We did not.
Somebody put on Twitter. Somebody quoted the loss with the freaking eliminated graphic already after game one. I was like, yo, it's too funny.
It's factual though, bro. No, it's not happening. Last two teams, we got the Raptors, who I really got two big takeaways. One, Scotty Barnes. This is what we want to see, averaging 21, 9, and like 7 assists. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. He's all over the court, impacting the game on offense and defense. That is what we were expecting to see from Scotty Barnes. So that's been good to see. They half-court offense sucks. It does not look good, bro. It's just like the Bulls were able to beat them by just packing the paint, and like Gary Trent was the only real threat from the three-point line. So he's out there just chucking, and there was no other options. So it's like they brought in that guy to hopefully help their half-court offense, and they had the whole debacle where he was low-key stealing stuff from the Knicks. There's a lot going on, bro. But yeah, Toronto. What we talked about, right? Masai said that he's going to let this team see what they look like after 25 games. I'm not expecting them to look good. I'm expecting them to move off of Pascal and Gary and maybe even OG, and just like, let's build around Scotty and Grady Dick, and let's work.
My takeaway is I'm not gonna be watching many Raptors games. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no, just not how they have core offense was looking, bro.
No, not exciting. Nothing. I'm good. I'm straight.
Last team, and we will have covered all 30, is the Atlanta Hawks. We did mention Trae Young, the efficiency. Yo, bro, 26% from the field, 27% from three. That ain't it. But bright spot, Jalen Johnson. Oh my gosh. Did you see him catch the 2-for-1 poster?
The double poster was crazy.
Yo. And his bro didn't like last year. He was getting 13 minutes a game. That's more than doubled. He's tripled his points per game from a season ago. This was the leap that I think a lot of people were hopeful for. So I'm excited for Jalen Johnson. This is like MIP level jump, like adding 10 points, plus 3 rebounds from the previous season. Like he keeps this up, he'll be right in the mix for that award and deservedly so.
What do you think the Hawks ceiling is?
With this current roster, bro, I don't know. I really am a believer that fit-wise, Trae Young and DeJounte can work together. I like Double O a lot. I think that he eventually could get off of Clint. I like AJ Griffin a lot and Sadiq Bey and Bogdan. Like, they've got good spacing. They've got defense. But Trae Young really has not shown a great comfortability to being off the ball. And so, like, with that being the case, there's not a high ceiling for this roster because if you can't be a threat off the ball, bro, that's a problem. Like,
I don't know why is that. Why he just feel like he don't feel comfortable when he's off the ball. It's like he wants
he
the
like
ball.
checks out. He doesn't know how to. It feels like he doesn't know how to move around. Like, I don't want to say that it's on coaching too, but it's like I don't know, bro. At some point, you gotta like force him to like, bro. So you gotta start running off like off ball screens. We gotta start doing like pin downs, floppy actions, whatever. Like we've got to find ways to make you a threat other than you just dribbling and running pick and roll.
I think it's hilarious how like when he came out, like there was like, yeah, Steph Curry was like his comp. And I'm like, bro, they can't be any less similar in certain aspects of their game. It's so funny. But yeah, no, I was just curious. But I'm curious to see what this Hawks team would look like. Do you think it's like this is like the last chance for this whole Trae Young DeJounte combo?
Probably. Like they had the full off season with Quinn. Like if it don't work out this year, people are going to start. I mean, it's already happened in the past about trying to get off of Trae Young, but
yeah, that was rumors last year.
Yeah, so that's going to only continue to be prevalent, especially if you keep playing like this, bro. It's not been playing good to start the year, bro. 27% from the field is disgusting, bro. Disgusting. But that is our takeaway from all 30 NBA teams from the first week of the season. Basketball is back, man. I'm so happy. This is good. I can't wait. As soon as this podcast ends, I'm about to open up League Pass.
I was about to say, bro, I was looking at the schedule for the games tonight as we was talking. I was like, hold on, I'm gonna need to. But I gotta find a way to maneuver between this. I want peek into the Monday night game too for football. It's like so much stuff going on right now. So much sports going on.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Football is taking the meanest backseat, bro.
Because I know you was watching the games on Sunday. I still be locked, bro. I gotta watch the games on Sunday, bro.
I still have the red zone up, but it's like, nah, bro. Basketball is on, bro. Basketball is on. That takes precedent over everything else.
I respect it. I really do.
But with that, we do got to give y'all the rapid recap for week 8.
Yes, sir. I love this part of the pod, man. It's so fun.
Let me pull this up.
Let me pull up my NFL schedule. Hold on.
Got the banners back for y'all again. Now let me get the music going right quick. If our mics cut out, hold on.
Right, give it like 5 seconds. We'll be back. Technical difficulties.
No. There we go. Back.
Yeah.
Now we back. Yeah,
we back.
Yours came back at the same time.
We back.
All right. This is our NFL Week 8 rapid recap, and we are starting with Thursday Night Football. Bills 24, Bucks 18. How we feeling about Josh Allen? It's been a real up and down year for him.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Just up and down, inconsistent. They got some injuries on the defensive end. So in that aspect, I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie about them being like a real contending team. But at the end of the day, you got Josh Allen. And when he's playing at his highest, they can beat anybody.
They definitely can. Cowboys 43, Rams 20. CD absolutely feasted on this Rams secondary. And I think I just saw the report. Matthew Stafford tore a ligament in his thumb and might be sidelined for a little bit of time. So not good news for Rams fans. As a Cowboys fan, I'm not even moved by this, to be honest with you. I really have been still hurt by the 49ers loss. So until we get to the playoffs, I'm not moved by anything on this roster. Unless we go into Philly this weekend and really whoop up on the Eagles, but that would be crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, y'all some bullies sometimes, bro. Y'all be bullying up on the teams that can't. The ones with no. I'm telling you right now, if you're a team and your offensive line is shaky, you about to play the Cowboys, man, it's about to be a long day for you. But other than that, yeah, no, the Cowboys right now.
We some front runners. That's what we are.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all are. I'm not gonna lie. So but it looks good though. Like when y'all do play.
When we up, we up. But when we down, oh my gosh, we so down.
It looks bad. So yeah, looking at this game, I'm excited for the Eagles game. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I just hope it's competitive. Yeah. We definitely have the talent to beat them. I hope it's competitive.
Absolutely.
Next one we got Vikings 24, Packers 10. Really the biggest takeaway. Kirk Cousins tears his Achilles. I cannot feel any worse for him. After watching the quarterback series on Netflix, I think everybody feels the same way about Kirk. So seeing that go down, watching the replay, seeing that calf do the little jiggle, everybody knew what it was, and it's finally been confirmed. So prayers for him and a speedy recovery, and what was a contract year for him too. So hopefully he can bounce back from that one.
Yeah, Viking season is over. Prayers to Kirk. Hopefully, speedy recovery or whatever. But yeah, Viking season is wraps. Because at this point, it's like,
why even bring Jettis back?
I'm about to say, do you even do it for my fantasy team? Please do. But like, other than that, it's like, do you realistically, like, there's no point of bringing Jettis back. Yeah, this season's pretty much chalk. But Packers wise though, Jordan Love has not looked good.
He's not passing the vibe check no more.
Not at all. Not he was before. Bro, first 2 weeks, I was like, oh, yeah, I know ball. What? I called it on Jordan Love. And now it's, damn. But, now, I mean, he's still young. He's not, I can't say he's basically a rookie because he's been in the league for 3 years. But this is his first year starting. So, I still give him somewhat of a pass. Like, even if he plays bad the whole rest of the season, I'm not moving off him. Like, I'll give him at least one more. So, you just got to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's respectable. Next one we got Titans 28, Falcons 23. Will Levis comes in and starts slinging the rock to D-Hop. About time. And Desmond Ridder also gets benched in this one for Atlanta, which I know has been speculated for a while that it might have been coming, and it finally does come in this game. How do we feel about both of these teams, really?
I'll start with the Titans. Will Levis, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was chugging it like that. My bad, big bro. My fault. But now the arm talent was crazy. I'm be honest with you. Like the throw where he rolled out to the right and he hit the post on the other side. Like I thought, like Jesse Bates, if you look at it, like he was a step behind because he didn't think he could throw that far.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. On that aspect, shout out to Will Levis. He played great. The Falcons, bro, Arthur Smith is so weird, bro. And this is not even a fantasy talk. This is like literal, like just let's make sense here.
Yes.
We got Kyle Pitts, the highest drafted tight end ever, and we're using Jonnu Smith and your third stringer more than him. Then you draft Bijan, and then let's use Cordell Patterson and Tyler Algier. It's like, bro, like not fantasy aside, like just use your best players if you want to win games. Like that's just football. It has nothing to do with fantasy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Their Falcons are so weird, bro.
Yeah, people were questioning like his usage of Kyle Pitts and Bijan, and he was talking about he don't care about fantasy. He don't got to answer those questions, whatever. And people asked him, why he benched Ridder. And same thing, like he's just like not really giving good answers or responses to the questions. And it's like, bro, this is what we've seen from Ridder the whole year. Like, why now? It's a weird situation in Atlanta for sure.
And he always says like, only thing I care about wins. I don't care about fantasy.
You're not winning.
Like you're not Belichick, bro. Like for you to say something like that, like I'm expecting you to have like a career record of crazy numbers. You're not a winning coach, bro. Cut it out.
Exactly. Saints 38, Colts 21. I did not catch a ton of this game. I'm assuming that you had to because I know you got Olave in fantasy. So how we feeling about Derek Carr? Got to get the week-to-week update.
It had nothing to do with Derek Carr this week. Did you see the play where it hit Olave in the face mask?
I did.
Come on, bro. Like, we got to do – Derek Carr is only going to throw a couple accurate ones. That was one of them. You got to come down with that, big bro. I'm going to be honest with you. So he kind of folded me on that aspect. But when it comes to Rashid Shaheed, clearly I got to play him.
Rashid Shaheed is getting hit on every deep ball in stride.
It's money every single time, bro. It's money. But to Olave, it's off the head. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? But other than that, though, Saints, got a nice win. Got Kamara involved, which is good to see. One of your best offensive players. We spread the ball around a little bit, so I mean, from a football aspect, it's pretty cool. Like getting Michael Thomas involved. Rashichi, he does a burner, so you can always hit him on a couple deep balls. But other than that, they look solid. Colts, you got guarding them issue, got a backup. You're not really expected to win, to be honest.
Yeah, it is what it is. Next one, we got Dolphins 31, Patriots 17. Tyreek Hill, again, crazy, ridiculous speed in this game. And Dolphins continue to roll, get their season sweep on the Patriots. But again, still don't have that marquee win that I know we mentioned that they are definitely still looking for.
Yeah, they're at a point, too, where it's like, bro, I don't care what you do against these bad teams because the Patriots is a bad team. I don't care if they beat the Bills. You have to be a really good team. You have to get a really good win under your belt for us to really think you're contenders. So other than that, on the Patriots side, you guys kind of suck. I think Kendrick Bourne tore his ACL, which is kind of
Did terrible. He really? I didn't even see that.
I think I seen it on Twitter or something like that.
My gosh.
I think I seen that. So that's bad. That's another weapon gone. And he was playing good. These past 3 weeks, he was playing great. So that's sad to see, man. But, it is what it is.
That's tough, bro. Prayers up for him. Moving on to the Battle of New York. An absolutely disgusting football game was played. -9 passing yards for the Giants in total in this game. And I'm going to say it real quick. The Jets was able to run a play and have the clock run down all the way to 1 second. I saw the center just set the ball down and they was able to run the play with no problem. But let it be the Cowboys. The ref got to come in. He got to look at the football. He got to clean the football ball. He got to check his watch. And then, all of a sudden, 5 seconds done ran off the clock. So I just want it to be even both ways. That's all I'm asking for. But at the end of the day, no way the Jets should have been able to kick the field goal to send it in overtime. But at the end of the day, bro, they was about to lose a game where their defense only gave up 10 points. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it was bro, I think they almost broke a record for punts in this game. It was 24 punts. The record is 27.
I saw a Thomas Morstead highlight video. Just punts.
He earned his paycheck this week.
He definitely did.
He earned his paycheck this week. But I'll say, one thing is Brees is the best, baby. He took a little 2-yard little dump off and took it to the crib. Come on, man.
Special talent.
But he's just so good. But yeah, other than that, man, this game sucked. This game
badly.
Was terrible.
Badly. Next one, your Steelers. Sloppy game. Lose to the Jaguars, 20-10. And Mr. Trubisky hurt his ribs in this one. I think not Mr. Trubisky.
Kenny
Pickett hurt his ribs in this one. And I think his status is in question moving forward, which I'm sure is probably just a pain tolerance thing, but always going to be tough with any rib injuries for throwing quarterback. So how do you feel about the Steelers in this game? I know it was wet. It was raining. It was a sloppy game, really, altogether.
Sam, I don't even know how to feel about the Steelers, bro. Because we were 4-2 coming into this game. We had a good record.
Should not have been 4-2.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know even how to feel about the Steelers, bro. It's such a weird feeling. I don't know if I want to scrap to keep Tomlin's streak alive or just be bad so we can get an actual franchise QB. I don't know, man. I really don't know how to feel, but I mean, maybe pretty soon though, people gotta start putting some respect on the Jaguars because they stringing together some wins, man. To be honest with you. Even if they're not pretty, they're getting some wins together.
A W is a W. And speaking of that, look, Eagles 38, Commanders 31. Second time now the Commanders done played the Eagles this close this year. The Eagles, really every single win feels like it is a close game coming down to the wire, but credit to them. They find a way and they get it done every single time. A.J. Brown is lighting the world on fire right now. He might be, in fantasy purposes, the best receiver as of right now.
Yeah, he's real life. He has a case real life. If he wants to say I'm the best receiver in football, he has a case for it. I'm about to say, it's not what are you talking about? He has a case for it, bro. He's just a physical specimen, bro. It's ridiculous. Every single catch he makes just looks like he's too strong for the DB to do anything. And he's still fast. His hands are crazy. The one hand catch in the end zone was ridiculous. Oh, it's amazing to have in fantasy. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. Every time he catches the ball, I'm like, oh, this guy's the best. But Eagles, they keep pulling these wins out, bro. Even if they're not pretty, they pull these wins out. That's why I'm so excited for the Dallas game.
We're going to see, man. We going to see. Panthers finally get in the win columns. There are no more winless teams in the NFL, and they beat the Texans 15-13.
Bro, I'm gonna tell everybody here right now, bro. I was feeling good on Sunday. I was feeling great. I was like, let me throw a little bet together. Just a little bet. A little Hail Mary bet too, an anytime touchdown bet, 4 legs. I'm like, whatever. Let's see what it is. Texans got a horrible run defense. I'm like, I put a bet together. I think it was Brees anytime touchdown. It was TJ Hawkinson anytime touchdown. It was Travis Etienne anytime touchdown and Chuba Hubbard. I'm feeling good. I think who got theirs first? Brees got the one. Then it was like third quarter. TJ got one. I was like, okay. Etienne got one. I'm like, oh, I'm up. Chuba Hubbard gets stuffed in the goal line 3 straight times.
He did bad, bro.
Cost me $350 on a $10 bet. I'd have been so up. Oh my God, I've been so up.
I'm hurt for you. That's tough.
Bro, forget fantasy the whole rest of the day. Forget the Steelers. I was mad. I was so mad about that, bro. Nothing could have went right the rest of the day. If I won that bet, I'd been so up. So yeah, I hate the Panthers now. Figure it out, bro. Block. Learn how to block, bro. Come on. That's all I got. I don't even care. You go to the next.
Seahawks 24, Browns 20. Again, this no Deshaun this game, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
This is the one I was catching in and out. So yeah, this Browns defense is great, but their offense can only do so much when it's not Deshaun playing. Honestly, even if Deshaun is playing, their offense can only do so much. So the Seahawks team continues to be a solid NFC team, and they'll be a force. They'll be a force come playoff time. They'll make a little bit of noise.
Aren't they the first in their division now?
They got to be right. Yeah,
3-game skid from San Fran. I think Seahawks lost. Who they lose to? Obviously, I know they're not undefeated. I think they lose 1 or 2.
They are right now. The Seahawks are 5-2, first in NFC West.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and it's crazy because their offense doesn't look that great either. Like Gino's been doing making some mistakes on offense. Definitely. He still has his flashes, but they haven't looked great. So to be 5-2 is impressive.
Hey, shout out Jake Bobo though, a receiver that runs over a 5-second 40, getting in the end zone. Yeah, hey, speed kills, but clearly don't kill everything.
Nah,
he getting it done by any means necessary. The upset of all upsets.
Yo, this was crazy.
The Broncos, let's ride. 24-9 over the Chiefs, get their first win over Kansas City since the Obama administration. The streak is over. Like the Undertaker, he was able to pull it off. Bro, as I'm watching the score, I'm like, this ain't gonna hold. It's no way. Mahomes gonna pull it off. Mahomes gonna pull it off, and it just never happened, bro. So shout out to Denver. Shout out to Denver fans, bro. Y'all needed it. I know y'all needed it badly, bro. So I'm happy for y'all.
To not beat a team in 8 years is so crazy, bro.
But a team that you have to play twice a year.
Yeah, I haven't beat them in 8 years is crazy. So it's about damn time. But nah, Chiefs offense looked terrible this week. They looked horrible. So yeah, I don't have much takeaways because it's just really just a bad loss. They'll bounce back. It's the Chiefs. Yeah. So I don't have much takeaways, but it is crazy. And to lose by like double digits. Right. Like that's the crazy part. Like not like a 3-point win. Like y'all beat them handedly. So
they did.
Good for y'all.
Jerry Jeudy has some snags in this game too, bro.
He did.
All right, he trying to put Steve Smith on notice. I respect it. I respect it. Ravens 31, Cardinals 24. I actually just saw the notification that Josh Dobbs is not going to be starting next week. They're going to be rolling out a rookie for the Cardinals moving forward. I'm assuming until Kyler
might be back though. He practiced in full this last week.
Yeah, so they said they already confirmed that the rookie's going to start next week, but Kyler may be back as soon as the week following. But for this past week, Ravens were able to get this one done. And look, this Ravens team, they look good. They are rolling 6-2, sole first place in the AFC North. And they've got a semi-favorable schedule coming up. Game against the Seahawks and then the Browns. And they do play the Bengals, but then they do go and play the Chargers, who low-key kind of look like free food as of late. So the Ravens team could roll into a really good record and actually compete for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah. 3 things. 1, Did not realize this game was this close. I feel like I just assumed.
I don't think it really was. I think the Cardinals kind of scored a couple late.
Okay.
Yeah, the Cardinals had 17 points in the fourth to get it to 24.
Okay, I was about to say I do not remember this game being that close.
Yeah,
But that too. The Ravens look really, really good. Like I said, they're rolling, getting hot right now, so they're definitely like a top contender in the AFC. Another random thought: there's going to be some really good games next week because you said they play the
Seahawks. Yeah,
Dolphins play the Chiefs. You got Cowboys, Eagles. You got Chargers, Jets, which is still solid, and then Sunday night you got Bills, Bengals. That's some good games.
Some great games. It's gonna be a real good week of football.
Absolutely.
And speaking of the Bengals, you talking about the 49ers skid? Bengals 31, 49ers 17. If you'd have shown me this scoreline after like week 2, I'd be like, huh?
Right.
What? But here we are. 49ers were looking like unbeatable monster force. And now they're sitting at 5-3 after 3 straight losses. Brock Purdy was back in this game and did not have the greatest outing. Threw 2 picks in this one, despite throwing for 365 yards, and those ultimately were a big reason that cost him this game.
Yeah, Brock Purdy is like, I don't want to say he's like coming down to earth a little bit. I mean, maybe, you know what I mean? Because he was once like an insane
He
heater,
was.
but now he's actually looking like an NFL QB. Not saying that he's bad, but saying like, bro, even the best. Mahomes, he just had a 2 interception, no touchdown game. Like even the best of the best have bad games.
Right.
So the fact that Brock Purdy was on like a 12-game win streak of just playing great every game, it was eventually going to come down a little bit. And then on the Bengals side, after the bye week, Joe Burrow looks fully healthy now, escaping the pocket, making plays. They're back. They're officially back.
28-32 from Burrow for 283 and 3 touchdowns.
They're back.
Yeah, league needs to be aware.
And you can just tell by the fact that they're not only in shotgun, because when his calf, he couldn't drop back. Like, they're running run plays from under center. Like, they look completely 100% back.
Definitely. And then Sunday Night Football, Chargers 30, Bears 13. Again, no Justin Fields in this one. Chargers get a much needed win to be able to stay in any type of contention in the AFC West. So they now continue to stay in second place there at 3-4. They have to travel to New York and play the Jets this upcoming week. But do we really feel any differently about the Chargers after this one?
Nah, bro. They beat the Bears without Justin Fields. The Bears are bad with Justin Fields, so
right.
Like, I don't even care about this.
Yeah, not too much to take away here. And lastly, tonight, Raiders in Detroit taking on the Lions. Jimmy G is back. I've seen back and forth stuff. Do we know, is Amon Ra playing?
He's
playing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any predictions? I think we probably both easily have the Lions. By how
Lions
much?
are gonna roll them. I think Lions are gonna win by like at least 10 points.
I say Lions by 20.
Hey, I don't even like at home coming off of they got smoked last week coming off of a loss to the Ravens. Yeah, I can see them winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
Hey, and I've got a bigger prediction. This is going to be the Jameson Williams breakout game. Touchdown for him tonight. Okay. I'm predicting. If any put in a parlay and put that up there, just make sure you send me like 2 beans. Much appreciated. That is the NFL Week 8 rapid recap. Get y'all covered every single week. Nowhere else can you get the full NFL week covered in 15 minutes or less than the Off the Glass podcast.
Yes, sir.
Lastly, before we get up out of here, because you said you hadn't seen the city jerseys yet, which is crazy. I feel like they made all the rounds on Twitter.
I've seen it nowhere. I've seen it absolutely nowhere, which is crazy.
Let me get
maybe I'm not following the right people.
Let me get the share screen set up. Okay. Oh, did you? Oh, shoot! It set it up perfectly for me. Cool. All right. Yeah. So we'll go through all 30. It's gonna be a nice little TikTok, little YouTube short. And I just want to know your opinion on all these jerseys. Let's grade it on a typical scale, A through F. S if you really feeling any of them. I would be stunned if you gave any of these an S. It ain't nothing that good. Let's start with Atlanta. I'm gonna be honest with you. These is all right.
These, yeah,
They ain't bad, but like,
I don't like them that much, bro. These is like we grade them like S through like F.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, these is like a D. I'm straight on these.
D is.
I'll
I feel like this is like a smooth B minus.
To me personally, actually no, because I've seen a few that were a little worse. I'll give it C. Cause like,
Okay,
yeah, I've seen some worse, but I
okay.
don't like it too much.
We'll move on to the Celtics here. Um, this
Mm,
is. It's
They look like
just.
the
It feels
Bucks.
generic. It looks like a Bucks jersey. Yeah.
Oh my god, hold on, my headset died.
Oh no.
Hold on, technical difficulties here. I know you can probably still hear me. So look, I think it looks like a Bucks jersey. I get it's a little. I give it a B. I give it a B.
I'll give it a C. I'll give it a low score. It's
Hold on,
not that bad of a jersey,
hold on.
but
My mic's still off. All right, we back. We
you
back.
good, good. All right.
Yeah, we back.
Yeah, I give it like a C solely because it just feels so not creative. Like, just
That's
don't
true.
feel nothing special to me. And the wood grain, I don't even know if I'm feeling that. Like,
That do look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. If it was like this would be like a B minus. If it was giving minuses to, it'd be like a B minus.
yeah, nah, this is a C. This is a smooth C for me. Next one, we got the Nets.
What are we doing here, bro? What are we talking about here, bro? Come on, like what is this? It's supposed to be like what is this even supposed to be,
art project.
bro? D, bro. This is D.
It's a F, bro. Come on, it
I'm
don't
trying
gotta
to
be
be
nice.
nice.
What are the colors up here,
Yeah,
bro?
no, I'm sorry. I'm
Like,
not. It's an F, bro. I'm trying to be nice, bro. You got like baby blue, then a navy, then nah, bro. You lost me. F. I'm
it's
straight on
yeah,
these.
it's not it. I look. At least I could respect that y'all try to be different, but no, nah.
Yeah, no, I'm good on those.
Charlotte,
Eh.
these again, like these just look like they normal jerseys. So like, this is like a C plus. I like the colors. It got some pop to it with the gold.
Right.
I could do B minus. I could do B minus.
Yeah, for me, this would have been a B minus for sure. Because it ain't bad, especially compared to the other one, especially the last one. This is a B minus for me.
Okay. Next up, we got the Bulls.
Bro. What are we doing? Bro, what is this? Chicago going straight down. And you got the two all the way on his lonesome. F, bro.
It
F,
looked like
F,
it
F.
looks unfinished. Like it
It,
looks like it's missing something,
bro,
bro.
the jersey does not look done at all. And why is the two on his lonesome all the way over there? Like, F, bro. This is bad. This is a terrible one.
That is a F. This Cleveland one, I saw it getting hate from Cleveland Cavs fans. I'm not gonna lie, this might be one of the better ones in the set. I'm kind of feeling this the design on the edges, around the
Right.
collar and the sleeve. But this like just a B plus.
I don't like the font that much. If the font was different, I think it could slide to an A. But yeah,
I
I'd
kind
say
of
this is
like
a
the
stud.
font.
Really? The numbers is throwing me off though. I don't know. To me, this definitely a B though. It's definitely no lower than a B for sure. Especially compared to
Yeah.
other ones. This is like a B plus.
Yeah, I don't know if I could give it A, but like B plus feel right out, bro. It's the stitching and stuff on the edge. I like that. I kind of like the design.
Yeah.
Next up, we got for the Mavs. Just can't make no
Ew.
heat. They can't make no heat for jerseys.
Yo, bro, why is all Mavs jerseys garbage? I've never seen one Mavs jersey that I was like, yo, that's heat. They all like either like all right or trash. Nah, this is an F, bro. You like this font too?
No, I don't know about F, but this is like D plus.
Bro, this to me, this is an F, bro. I'm straight. I'm good on this, bro. Bro, I don't
I'm
like
not
the
gonna
font.
lie. I like the font again on the Mavs, like the curve and the M and the S. I'm cool with that. It's just bland, like.
And it being number 77 doesn't make it better, bro. Luka got such an ugly number, bro. 77 is so bad.
It is gross. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now, bro. This next one, this might be bottom 3 worst.
Let me see.
What is this, bro?
What?
5280. I don't never, bro. If I ever see you wearing the 5280 Denver Nuggets jersey, bro,
What does that stand for? Is that like the area code? Like, what is
No,
that?
because it's a mile is 5,280 feet, and it's a mile high city.
F minus, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yo, bro, what?
Expelled. You're out of here,
You're
bro. You're
what?
done.
Nah, bro. Y'all tried it. Y'all lost me, bro. F minus, bro. This is the worst one so far. Cause just for that corny meeting. 5280. Nah, bro. You lost me, bro.
It's
F,
too many numbers up here. Like, what are we doing, bro?
bro.
And then you took what is a fire design and remove all the fun colors. Like,
Facts.
like
Facts.
just made it bland. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. That one's bad, bro. You lost me. That's
not
one of the
it.
worst ones.
Not it. It's Pistons one.
Mm, I mean, honestly,
It's solid. I like what's going down on the side here with the bones. Yeah.
honestly, this might be one of the best ones that I've seen so far. I give
Mhm.
this an A. I
I
like
think I
this.
might give it an A too.
Yeah, I like this over every single one you showed so far.
I agree. I agree. It's simple. It's clean though. I
Mhm.
could get with it.
I like the silver too. Silver's clean,
Yeah, I like that. Um, this is the Warriors one.
bro. Come, what are we doing, bro?
This is
Why you trying to
another
make they try to make the numbers pop? Why is this? Is that what is that supposed to be? Why is this San Francisco like curved like that?
because in San Francisco they got a lot of streets that like wind. I think so. They was trying to. You feel me?
F, bro. These terrible meanings is making it worse, bro. F, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all try to make the numbers pop
Right.
out. Y'all lost me.
Right, bro. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. Like, I mean, if it's something super meaningful to the city, I look. Honestly, actually, I don't care. It's just not. It's not. It
It
don't
don't
look.
look good.
It
I'm
don't look
sorry,
good on the eye. That look like it looked counterfeit. Like it
bro.
looked
It
like
look.
it looked like they put Francisco up there and was like, oh my gosh, we ran out of space. Like, we gotta swing it.
Nah, bro. This is terrible. That's an F. That's definitely an F.
This next one, low key, might be my favorite out of the bunch. This
Okay.
Houston one with like the Oilers colors, that little hint of
hmm
baby blue up there. I like that.
This
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 is
is
an A for me.
this is not bad for sure. Especially compared to the other ones, it's
Hmm.
good. This is A minus or B plus for me. This is like borderline. Like, if you're going just compared to other ones, this is A minus for me.
Okay, that's fair. I like this one a lot though. I might have to look into that because it's a clean color combination.
Nah, it's tough. It look good for sure. What the hell? What? Huh?
It's Microsoft Paint jersey.
Right, bro. What, bro? These one of the files I see in Photoshop. Like that I just scroll past. What are we doing? Oh, this is the Pacers. I didn't even. I'm like,
Yes.
what team is this? Nah,
Yeah,
this
this is
is
the
this is
Pacers, bro.
D. This is a D. It's not, I don't think it's.
No, it's F. It's
I'm about
F.
to say. I was just
It's
about to
F.
say. Wait, hold on. It might be F.
It's
I'll
F,
be.
bro.
I'll give it D minus for me. D minus. It don't look good at all though.
Nah, the neon blue with the yellow, you got the paint splatter on the side.
Bro, who designed these? These jerseys are bad.
Yo, if y'all gonna come out, just don't release a city jersey every year.
Nah.
Like, I would rather y'all like take the time and like get a good one and like stick with it for a couple years until you find something that's good. Cause like, what are we doing, bro?
And who approved these? Like, y'all had to go to people who was like, yo, is this fire? And everybody's like, yeah, bro. This is the one. This is
I
D.
need, yeah, I need to know the sales on
Right.
these city jerseys when everything is said and done.
I don't care if you're a Pacers fan. You're not buying that. I promise you, no Pacers. You're
No,
not buying that, bro.
I would not.
Unless
Not
you're
at
one of those
all.
people that just collect jerseys, like you just had to give everyone.
I
You're not
still
buying
wouldn't want it, bro.
that.
Straight, bro. I
That's
could act like
terrible.
that jersey don't exist. This Clippers one is just generic.
It is. This is like C. This is like the definition of C.
Right. This is mid.
Literally, it's nothing.
This
It's
is
not.
basic.
There's nothing good about it, but it's nothing like horrible. This is like C.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on with the basketballs down here. I don't know if it's some meaning. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
this
know.
is
It lost me.
mid. Your Lakers.
I don't like the.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like that.
the triangle. I don't like that.
Especially not when the words not equal. Like, it looked mad weird with the gap in Los Angeles like that.
Yeah. No, I don't like this one, especially compared to our other ones. The like the Mamba edition jersey. Nah, this is
Yeah.
bad. This is like D.
This is also a C for me.
For me, this is like D because it pains me even more. That's the Lakers.
I'm keeping it a C just because they ain't tried to do nothing crazy with the colors and the purple and gold too cool, clean
It
looking
could have been
together.
clean, but nah, I don't like that. Yeah, the space is throwing me off too. That look weird.
This next one is one of the worst, bro, to me. This barcode.
Nah. Nah, bro, what?
Hold on, just like I need to go through the Come on, bro. What is that? What is that?
Nah, bro, what? Oh my god.
Bro, I say it again, bro. If this has some special meaning to the city of Memphis, sorry, but not sorry, bro. That's not
Nah,
it, bro. What is
Nah,
that?
bro. This is crazy. This
That's
is
supposed to
crazy.
say MEM.
I was trying to figure out what it was. I was like,
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Like, nah, bro. That's who. Nah, I genuinely not for who approve of these jerseys because that is one of the worst jerseys I've ever seen in my life.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. The logo, bro. It's literally like, how could we make the team name as unrecognizable as possible?
Right. I don't even know what this is for, bro.
Bro, on first glance, if somebody walked past you in that jersey, you'd be like, why he got a barcode on
Nah,
his
facts.
shirt, bro? That
Facts.
is what it looks like to me.
That's terrible, bro. That's horrible.
Yes,
F.
it's not it.
Super F.
Heat culture.
I don't like it, but I like the idea. They try to make the culture part like tough, like heat culture. You know what I mean? Like you can see like the little cracks in it.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a C just because I like the thought process, but I don't like the actual jersey.
C feel fair because they kept it safe.
Yeah.
Black, red, heat culture ain't do nothing crazy with the font, nothing like simple.
I like the idea, but I'm straight.
Okay. Next, we got Milwaukee.
I can't tell if I like the design on it or not. It's kind of growing on me the more I look at it.
I get what you mean, like that old school Atlanta Hawks look where they had the big, yeah. I see it.
I personally, I think I kind of like that. That's like a B for me. I think I like that.
I don't know if I could do B. C plus probably as high as I could go. And part of that is just I don't know. I don't like the neon mixing. Like, why we even throw the green in there?
I see what you mean. To me, I don't know, something about it to me. Like I'd never buy it in a million years. But like it's fine to me. I like it. I think it's B.
Yeah, and I don't love. Actually, I'm taking the plus back because like I don't know if you can see, but like it look almost like camo-y on the blue.
No, but that to me, that's what I low-key kind of like that. That's what I'm saying. It kind of grew on me a little bit.
Nah, I can't. And then they got to get the cream in for the Cream City.
Cream City. Freak time in Cream City.
Freak time in Cream City.
Crazy.
Here go to the Timberwolves one.
This,
you know what this looked like?
The Warriors one?
This just look like somebody made in Pro-Am, like a jersey somebody making Pro-Am with like the fade.
Yeah, the fade. Yeah, I used to do that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody did.
It's the more I look at it, it's kind of not bad.
Now this is like a smooth B, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say B. It's not bad. It looked better than you remember how the Warriors had that one with like the rolls. This looked a little bit more clean than that one though.
I agree. I can get with it. I can get with it.
Yeah, this is a B.
Pelicans.
Ew.
Full neon.
Why do 5 look like that? That's supposed to be a basketball? I don't like this.
I hope not. This is a D minus.
This is D. Yeah, I don't like this. This is a D.
Bad colors, bro.
I'm
anti-neon. Neon needs to get let go.
Yeah, if you do a neon, you gotta do it right. Like some neon jerseys that could look clean. I mean, like the regular Timberwolves jerseys, they don't look bad. They got neon in it. So you gotta do it right. This don't look right.
Yeah.
Dog. Nah.
If you would have just had New York by itself, this is easily like B, maybe B plus. You just had to try to get fancy with the font. and now it's a
No.
D because that junk looks stupid.
Yeah, it's a D. It's the words jumping up. Don't try to make nothing jump off the jersey, bro. It's not gonna look right. I'm telling you, it's not. That's a
What
D.
is it for? Like, what am I gaining out of the back and forth like that with both, like the New York stat like that?
I don't know. I don't get what's the idea behind it. Like it don't hit for me.
Not feeling it. Definitely a D. Uh, I like the
Um,
colors. I don't know
yeah,
what's the background is here. I don't, is it?
I
Oh,
like
it's the Thunder logo like chopped and screwed in the background. I see it.
uh, it's honestly not one of the worst ones, but I don't think I can give it a B.
It's a C plus.
Yeah, the C is the highest I can go. I can't give it a B for
I'm not
sure.
gonna lie, the colors is carrying it because let them have put some bad colors up here. This could have been F worthy because that background is not
100%.
it, bro.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I do like the colorway, so I give it a C. C is solid.
I saw this Orlando one get hate. I think they definitely folded with the colorway,
The
but
colors is
the
bad.
design is solid.
The design is really the design is A
Yeah.
design wise. The colors they folded. Like this could have been an A if they made
No
it pop
bright
more.
blue.
If they
No
made it
bright blue.
if they made it like a regular bright blue, this is an A borderline S. Not like borderline, but not for
Yeah.
this. I give it a B minus because I really like the design though.
Yeah.
Design is tough.
Here go Philly, city of brotherly love.
Is that the letter?
Yeah, I'm not super feeling this one, bro.
This is a C.
I might go C minus. I'm
Yeah,
not.
this is a C for me. It ain't nothing special. It ain't nothing great. They didn't ruin it though, so it's like a C.
Yeah. This Suns one, bro. I've been back and forth on it.
I feel like if I look at it too long, I'm not gonna like it.
I like the colors. I like the fade on the numbers. That's clean.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm gonna just say B, and I'm not gonna think too much about it.
yeah, B, but go next. Because if I look at it too long, I'm gonna be like, drop it down.
I feel like the Blazers are another team that just can't never get a good jersey, bro.
It's so basic. C. I'm just gonna say C because they honestly, it really doesn't look bad. It just is so basic.
I'm gonna go C minus because what are we doing with the design in here? Again, it might be specific to Portland, and if it is, like I'm just not aware. But like I don't like it. It's not
Yeah,
adding. It's taking away from the jersey.
I'm going to C.
It's
Yo,
whatever.
this look like the Nets jerseys.
It
Yeah,
do.
am I bugging? Yeah, the
It's
Nets
the
jersey.
same colorway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also go C minus because I'm not feeling the Kings being where it's at vertical, and then the
I,
number. It just looked disjointed. Like it don't look like it's cohesive.
everything like all the vertical names have been bad for me. So I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna go C. C minus.
I saw a lot of people rocking with these. I don't like these. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the colors on the stripes. I like
I,
that's
I like that a
honestly
lot too. That's fair.
honestly that's the only thing I like though. That's the only thing I like. The numbers I
I'm
don't like
not
it.
feeling the font, and I get it. I'm seeing the old Western theme. I
Right.
got you. I see the colors to keep that Fiesta theme with San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hitting for me. It's not hitting for me.
The color is carrying it for me. I'm gonna go C. I feel like I'm gonna get everybody C, but I'm gonna go C. The color is carrying for me. The colors was different, if the colors was the brown of the San Antonio, this is like a F almost.
Okay.
I'm
with it. I'm with it.
I'm not a fan of is that gold?
It looked like almost bronze. Like it's probably supposed to be gold, but it come off a little bit more like bronzy. Like it's not as bright.
I like the design because it looks like the other Raptors jersey where they got
Mm-hmm.
the little things going down. This is
I'm gonna give it a B
I'll give
plus.
B minus. I'll give it a B minus. This is higher than a C because I do like the design, so I'll give it a B minus.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't they got this already?
That was the complaint I saw. I was like, yeah, I didn't even make nothing new. Like this
Right.
is the same one.
A, I guess. Because I like their
Right.
jerseys that look like that, so I guess it's A.
Nah, yeah, this is a solid jersey. I
Yeah.
respect it.
They got this already.
I'm glad this was the last one in this thread because, bro.
Oh my God. Yeah, we getting the pod, bro. Yeah, yeah, we getting the pod, bro. What team is this? What team even is this? Hold
What's
on, let me. The District of, was that say Columbia?
It's DC.
Oh my God, this is bad. This might take the cake.
It's bad on so many different levels to me. First of all, again, these colors might be very specific to DC. They don't got nothing to do with the Wizards, bro.
At all.
That's strike one. Two, I don't know if I'm really digging the font. That's strike two. What are we doing with this and the paint and the combination on the sides?
And the line going across, that's kind of hitting the 3.
That's strike 1, 2, 3. You're out. Go next. Like, yo, if you would have just took the red line out, this probably maybe I could see the argument to like this might just be a D. Yo, the
Bro.
red line is
The red line is the worst part.
egregious. Like,
Bro.
yo, it looks like a mistake.
The fact that it goes through the 3 makes it way worse too. Way worse.
And then
like,
you made it two-tone. Like,
nah, this is the worst one.
it really might be. I need to see the reverse of it too. Oh my gosh, it go on the back.
This is bad.
It goes through the whole 3 on the back, not even like clipping it.
Nah, this is a mistake. Like somebody they got somebody's kid and was like, yo, bro, go customize a jersey, and they came up with this. This is bad. Nah,
Did
bro,
you
this
see
is
that
bad.
Charles Barkley jug in the corner? Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
That's bad.
That might really be the worst one.
Yeah.
That one. Let me see that one. The the indie one. This font is so egregious. It's like I can't believe it still.
The indie one was terrible, and there was one more that was like absolutely horrible. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me scroll back through.
Oh, the Memphis one was the barcode was crazy.
Yeah, bro. Oh, nah. And yeah, come on. 5280. Are we serious, bro?
5280 is sick. Like I get it. You really tried it with the meaning, but the meaning did not hit at all. Like at all. That's bad vibes.
Yeah. Well, look, that's gonna make for great TikTok content.
Yeah.
For sure.
Facts.
But, yeah, those city edition jerseys, bro. Stop putting them out every year, Nike. Stop.
You don't need to, bro.
When you get a good one, they don't get another one for 4 years. Stop. But that is going to do it for today's episode of the Off the Glass podcast. If you made it through this whole episode, we appreciate you as always. Be sure to like and comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then go over to the audio platforms. Show me 5-star rating. Pre-download the show helps us out a ton. Y'all been going crazy on the audio platforms recently. I think we like doubled our amount of listens in 1 week last week, like 160 or something crazy. So I don't know if y'all just hype and ready for the NBA season. We appreciate any new listeners that we have to the pod. We're going to keep bringing this content out weekly. We're going to get the shorts content back and rolling up pretty much daily. So definitely follow the socials at Off the Glass Pod on Instagram and at Off the Glass Podcast on TikTok. As always, I'm Billy. That's Dame. And we out. Peace.
Yes, sir.